Okay, gotcha. Anyone have a preference?
Recap, but why
Yeah,
does our
recap.
icon look like a tomahawk?
It's
a
a
Stick
rubber
bag.
It's a
bag.
bit bindle.
It's a
Yeah,
hobo bag,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Bindle.
traveling bag.
Yeah, Bindle's the actual name, but stick bag's more fun to say.
That's true.
We always called it a hobo bag. Train luggage. All right, sorry, Michael.
Okay. So, last time on Curse of the Crimson Throne, the lot of you made your way into the hostile Cinderlands, where you stumbled across a Shoanti sacred burial ground looked over by the Skull Clan. You had already endeared yourself with the Skull Clan earlier on in the campaign when you helped retrieve a Shoanti warrior from the burial site inside the city, the Grey Ward. So, with these allies, they decided to help you by informing you about a few of the ways you could earn the respect of the more hostile Shoanti tribes in the region. Among those was what you are looking to conquer at this point, the Acropolis of the Thrall Keepers, an ancient keep once that held magical slavers, now lays in ruin, but there lays a magical artifact inside at the bottom, which will give you a special mark respected among the Shoanti. If even one of you are able to get this mark from inside the Acropolis, as per their trial, then you would be successful in this mission. Of course, you also, after once accomplishing this task of the Acropolis of the Thrall Keepers, have establishing relations with the Moon Clan, if any of them are in the area at this point, at their meeting spot at the House of the Moon, and undergoing an ancient Shoanti rebirthing ritual by getting eaten and cutting your way out of an ancient worm, the Cinder Maw, in his hunting grounds. Any and all of these things will give you respect, which may be able to convince the Sun Clan to parley. Did anyone think I missed anything?
Vic beat someone in wrestling, but that's about it.
Oh yes, you beat Krojan eats what he kills, a Sun Clan warrior meeting with the Skull Clan for the night. You beat him in a round of his own game of Sredna, courtesy of your friend
Vic just sat there,
who destroyed
not
him.
really understanding. Yeah, Vic didn't understand the rules, so he just sat there the whole time.
One thought does come to mind, as I don't remember if it came up about Barrow Walker. Because I know we met with the dude who knew him. Because that was how they knew that we had done the thing.
Yes, you met with Thousand Bones, the shaman who you had met with, who initially gave you the task of recovering the body. He seems to have also made his way outside of the city.
He gave us credit. Like, we got mad street cred
Yeah.
for helping him with that.
Yeah, I get the feeling it would be easier if we still had Barrow with us, but...
It would be.
Yeah.
It explicitly would be as per the book's rules.
Look, some things happened.
Mm-hmm.
No one's to blame.
Nope.
Yeah. I was going to say, if it had come up, I would have said that he died getting us out of a tight spot, but not cast any aspersions on current company.
Got us out of we got up out of a tight spot, so Vic made sure he got a nice, comfortable cell.
With which to rot away.
Mm-hmm.
At least it was a quick rotting. Probably painful, though.
Yeah, I did have a fatal illness at the time as well.
Yeah,
you were.
You were all fucking up.
Yeah, and that's why Like
You're like, I'm fine.
At some point, a cat just wants to die.
Yeah, I appreciate Michael giving me lots of opportunities to keep going with Barrel Walker. It's great, but that was the most the universe is saying no.
Yeah. And just let was it Vic put the final coffin in, nail in the coffin.
Michael, did I ever get the reward money for that?
The reward money? You didn't turn it. You're also wanted.
Listen, that's beside the point. We're on back
you called 911, not the hotline, to get the reward money, so it doesn't count.
Technicalities. Gotta read that fine print.
Oh, Luigi.
And the real question is if Vic gets back pay.
And scene.
All right. So, the question. We'll flash back to 2 nights ago. You guys are camping out rather peacefully in the night of the Cinderlands. You look up to the sky and to all the stars above. What does your character imagine is out there?
Really good plans for an arena that could have a dome right here and seat thousands of people. And we could have performances, and it could be surrounded by a wonderful, beautiful, bustling city.
Cope wants to establish Bartertown and the Thunderdome.
Are you referring to us looking out of space or just the vast horizon around us?
However you want to interpret it.
All I can think of is the joke, like my character points over the moon. I'm like, I wonder if there's a bunch of hot women up in that moon. That's just because I know there's a part of the moon that is dominated by succubus.
Moon dragon.
Moon dragon. Like we're specifically talking about like what we wonder what's out in the stars though.
No, I do believe Vix is a valid answer because he's like a very much I don't think beyond the material kind of guy.
He sees wilderness and just thinks the city should be here.
Merrick will probably probably just think about all the wondrous creatures that are out there, all the forms and majesty.
All sorts of strange sights and beasts in the tapestry.
I feel like Sophia would view it more like it actually is a tapestry. Like there's something that's like stitching together the stars in the sky to keep them in place, kind of thing. She's not very like classically intelligent in like art, like studies and stuff. So she probably goes by whatever she was told as a child still. And it's very much called a tapestry for a reason.
I mean, if you've ever been far enough out into the country, you can see a hell of a lot more stars. So
yeah. Oh yeah, I used to live out in the country in California, so.
And
I know people are always shocked when there's country out in California, but there is.
Oh yeah, no.
Everyone thinks it's just one beach in LA.
When I was in Nebraska, everyone asked me how the beach was. I'm like, I don't know. Never been there.
I had to get used to doing that when I moved out of California. I would say it was California, and I'd see them perk up and say I didn't live on the beach and I never met a famous person, and they would settle back down.
I met one famous person that was by sheer accident, and it's not even famous. It's like D-list celebrity.
Yeah.
Were you in Beverly Hills, Hollywood, or LA?
I was in my small rural town, and the comedian Christopher Titus showed up because he had a cottage up there.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. I think what Zebra would say.
Take your time.
And not being well versed in astrology, I imagine Kier's just taking in the majesty of it all and not really thinking too hard on any one bit.
Just crossed Vic's mind that probably be best to set the port up on the other side of the river and most likely have to expand and build over that ancient burial ground.
Of course, you want to have ghost fights too, don't you?
Well, we just need the land that they're using.
I'm sure we could find a trail that we could send them off on.
They'd probably be sad about it.
Yikes.
I mean, I guess it's not surprising. We were on American history bent before we started, but
Yeah, I can't leave it behind now.
I try to make a joke about ghost bum fights in the arena, and they go historical on me. We intentionally set up on the Indian burial ground so that we could have them fight for our amusement on pay-per-view.
I guess Theobald probably doesn't really think about what's beyond the stars. I think it's basically just like a basic disinterest. I'm sure he knows that there's probably something out of there, but he has no curiosity in his soul for it.
Meanwhile, flash to our Spelljammer game.
Okay, that's a legitimate answer. All right. So, you find yourselves approaching the Acropolis of the Thrall Keepers, perched atop a raised plateau in the shadow of the mountains. The landscape here is bleak and windswept, a place long abandoned by its creators, now only a haunting ruin. Once the home of an order of wizards, the Thrall Keepers sought power beyond imagination by using forbidden magics to summon the most terrifying creatures, but in their arrogance, they summoned something they could not control. Though time has passed, the ruins still call out to adventurers seeking glory, and the legendary Thrall Keeper's mark, a symbol of bravery and strength, in the eyes of the Shoan-Ti you wish to favor. It is said that anyone who earns the mark gains respect among the Shoan-Ti people. But it is bold to dare into a crumbling structure like this, and face whatever horrors still linger all this time later. So I imagine you guys are heading in pretty quickly, considering the harsh weather conditions we established last time.
Most definitely.
It's just a few thousand volts.
Yeah.
Did we roll damage for this day last
I don't
time?
believe so. I think we kind of established it and then kind of moved on.
Okay. Then let's get reflex saves.
Did we abate these with resist energy last time?
I believe you had a communal resist energy.
I do.
Yeah, so I think we're doing that, but then we're just running.
And it resists how many points?
30, I think, at this level.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not bad save for old Theobald.
Reflex. Whoa!
Hey, wasn't expecting that.
I was not either.
Which means we're just looking for Sophia now. Oh wait, no, I see it up here. Okay, Sophia, you're gonna get struck for 40 points of lightning.
I got 30 resist on you, buddy. I mean, lady,
So that would be 10 points then.
girl.
Child.
Is Richard there? You might be muted.
Hello?
Hi.
All right. There he
Okay,
is.
apparently it slipped into the muted position. I didn't set it this time.
Ah, that's happened to me before.
Yeah, same.
Okay. But that is all. As you approach the Acropolis, you see that, as I said before, it is much just a facade, and that a lot of the tower has collapsed, leaving behind a shattered structure that bears the mark of the Hedron, the seven-pointed star. The door, massive stone and weather-worn, sits ajar, as though inviting you in. It's odd. Despite the passage of time and the failed attempts to seal the entrance by the Shoanti, the door remains mysteriously open, as if to welcome anyone brave or foolish enough to enter.
Here we go. Tech magic for traps.
Theobald gives, as we're standing outside the door, gives a little whistle, eyeing up the structure. Ancient Thessalonian. Should have known. Probably dates back to the age of legend. A little under 10,000 years old, I would wager.
Show off.
Because I read a book, one that didn't have winged demon ladies in it. Don't go on the head with a staff.
Like, well, that just sounds like a boring book.
Okay. You do not detect any traps.
And I did a perception check to check for any non-magical traps as well.
Okay.
You know what? I'll just pop one of my mage armor scrolls now. I got scrolls for it.
With that check, you don't notice any traps, but the subtle disturbances and the dust and the cobwebs, you know someone's been through here recently.
Dun, dun, dun.
Looks like somebody else might be on the trial or taking residence, and who knows? But we're not alone in here.
You think it's more Shoanti?
Can I do a survival or something to get an idea of like footprint or if it's like humanoid or anything like that?
You can tell it's humanoid and that they're
Okay.
about medium-sized.
Okay. Yeah, pass on that information. As for whether or not they're Shuani, not sure who else would be out here.
Orcs,
Oh, that's a good point.
other adventures, treasure hunters.
Well, we'll just have to keep our eyes open and try to stay as quiet as we can so they don't. If they are hostile, they don't hear us.
All right. As you walk through, you notice the stone doors opening into a darkened hallway. the faintest trace of light flickering through the dusty air. You see that the walls are made of black granite flecked with blood-red crystal deposits. Runes, ancient and foreboding, covering the walls in intricate patterns. Are any of you versed in Thessalonian?
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Just making sure because we got some smart cookies in here.
Yep. I thought when I was creating Theobard, I thought about taking it, but I felt like that would be too meta because Theobard's not the super like I'm interested in the world around me kind of guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you do see that familiar Sahedron symbol. All right. As you move forward, you find a stone door ahead, and this door also bears the Sahedron symbol as well.
I'll dust it with the detect magic real quick.
Do we know the 7-pointed star? That'd be common knowledge for us living here, or oral history.
I think we did this already last time, didn't we? When I gave you guys.
I feel like the 7-pointed star of Thessalon would probably be pretty old hat by now.
Yeah,
I
especially
think
for people from this area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we established last time.
Mm.
People, I think, rolled. But there's the door. It appears there's just a rune adjacent to the door.
Non-magical.
Did you detect magic again?
I did.
Okay, it is magic.
Let me double check the wording of detect magic before I ask this follow-up question. Make sure I'm not talking straight up my ass.
Apparently, I was muted again. We're in the building right now, right? Like inside, like not being shot by lightning. That's
Yeah, you guys have entered basically an initial hallway.
okay. So when we first got in, after we were safe from the lightning, I do spend a minute to bring out Luca through the ritual. Just FYI.
Okay.
Yep. I was just double checking. Detect magic. It doesn't look like I can tell. Oh wait, no. If I spend 3 rounds, I can perform a knowledge arcana to detect the school at play.
Okay. The school is transmutation.
That makes sense.
Can you do a spellcraft to tell what kind of rune it is?
Educated guess. It's most likely a teleportation rune. If I remember correctly. No, teleportation is conjuration. For systems. Can I use a spellcraft to identify what possible effect it could have if triggered?
Yeah, go ahead.
40?
Given its location, it's likely this is some variation of an open-close spell meant for the door. The door is probably quite heavy.
It's like a doorbell.
Well, unless one of you wish to open it, I produce a wand I can always knock.
Is the door closed?
Yeah, the second door you said was closed.
Yeah, you guys are in a hallway right now.
Oh,
There's a word for what these rooms are.
Entryway?
Yeah, like an
Chamber?
entryway room. Yeah.
Vestibule. It's the space between the front door and the interior front door.
Yeah, there you go.
Super common in cold weather climates.
Vic's gonna touch it.
You touch the rune, it begins to glow, and the door slowly recedes over the course of 1 round
Detect magic inside the new room. Trappies.
Yeah, detecting traps mundane. While that's not going to be my job. I could help with detect magic, but
And Merrick for that.
Yeah, I'll do a search of the new room. I got refreshed. My character sheet's messed up a bit.
Okay.
That's funny. Mine was just getting stuck too.
Perception. 23. Just searching around for. Really just looking around the room, seeing if there's anything of interest or danger specifically.
You don't have to have like detect traps in this to detect traps, do you?
no.
You just have to disable traps to be able to disable magical traps, I think.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, I'm looking around too. Especially on the floor so we don't step on anything. I feel like this long of a pause, something is in here that Michael's reading on.
Well,
I mean, he also
muted.
might be muted. Yeah.
No, I was just muted. No, so this secondary door opens up into some stairs that go down quite a ways. You have to walk down them if you want to see what the next room is all about.
Merrick's hand and skip down the stairs.
Do we care about if someone else is in here, them getting out?
Not really.
Not really.
We don't
no.
know him.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
think Merrick would be stealthing ahead. Just because there's potentially somebody else here.
6 seconds pass as you guys conversate, and the door starts sliding back down.
Oh, get in, get in.
Yep.
Gonna get in.
Is the door loud?
Oh yeah, definitely like grinding stone, classic video game noise as it goes up and down.
It stares at Merrick sneaking.
They know where the door's at. They don't know where I'm at.
Oh, who said that?
Start stabbing everywhere.
I'm preemptively at this point going to cast Barkskin on myself since it lasts for an hour. So.
Yeah, I already put mage armor on myself for a scroll.
Continuing down the stairs, they end at a 20-foot wide and 20-foot tall hallway that leads to the east, opening into a large chamber. The floor is cluttered with dust and tiny mounds of ash that appear to have been recently disturbed in places. And the signs of a trail vanish into the east as the stones become clear of debris.
If it comes up again, it just dawned on me I have comprehend languages if we pass any more writing.
Can I examine the area that's been disturbed to see if I could get a better idea of who might be in here with us?
Yeah, give me a survival.
And I am hoping to roll above a 10 soon. Had one good perception so far. That's about it.
You can't quite follow a trail.
Yeah.
None of my characters are good at perceiving or survival, so I'm just gonna stand back and keep watching what they're doing. But me as a player is gonna go run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Vic's actually specifically good at tracks, IDing tracks or following tracks. So he will come over and take a shot. This has got a +6 to it. It's not on here because it's tracks specifically. So 31.
Okay. You are able to follow the tracks forward if you want. You can tell that it seems to be 3 or 4 humanoids.
Sounds like it may be another group coming here to prove their mettle. Were we told anything about non-Shoanti not being welcome in here?
No.
It's one of the only ways to prove ourselves, apparently.
That means sneaking up on the clan ahead of us, killing them, and then coming out alive? So be it. Good guys. Detecting magic for anything going on and looking for traps again, but otherwise, I guess moving forward.
Yeah, I'll frequently keep detect magic going because I feel like I'm the guy who would deal with all the magical problems.
Yep.
So you don't keep an eye for mechanical or just generally keeping an eye out for danger.
As you continue deeper into the chamber, you notice that the air seems strangely cool, and the walls are carved with vertical ridges that rise to support the arch above, where the ceiling vaults into the shadow of a height of nearly 60 feet. A 5-foot wide balcony rings the room, the floor of which drops 15 feet into a pool of dark water. Halfway between the east and west ends of the room, a bridge crosses the pool. 2 large stone doors stand at the walls, south and east, and smaller doors sit at the walls, northwest and southwest. With those perceptions you gave me earlier, I'll go ahead and tell you. You hear from one of these doors some low voices speaking in Shoanti.
Speaking Shoanti, can I tell what they're saying, or is it just too muffled?
It's too muffled right now. You'd have to go and open up the door and see what they're talking about.
Hey guys, don't mind me. It's hanging out at the water cooler.
Mm.
Oh. So did y'all follow the east-west, northwest, east-west bridge in the middle over troubled water? Which way do we want to go? I guess to the other door?
Which door
back,
has
sir.
the voices? Which door has the voices, did you say?
There's a number of doors.
Well, was there one that had
It'd be-
voices coming from behind, or?
Yeah, there was one up ahead. On the map, it'll be kind of to the south.
Okay.
So do we want to take the door furthest away from that one?
Well, Merrick would look to Theobard. And do you have any magic that could allow you to perceive or otherwise get an idea of who might be on the other side of that door?
Nothing I have prepared. Look at my little bag of tricks here. Hold on. Auditory hallucination, major image, ring of substance, no sound, color spray, silent image. No, nothing. Nothing prepared.
Okay. I mean, if we do anything in the other halls and make noise, that will alert them either way.
There's a very real possibility this will be some of those Sun clans. They'll probably just attack us on sight. You should just drop some cinder blocks on them. Get it done early.
You mentioned if we're concerned about them leaving behind us, is there any way you could prevent that door from opening until we decide we want them to open it?
Yeah, I could do that.
What else think of that? Good idea, bad idea?
Yeah.
I just got back and I remember hearing about doors and some voices. So I assumed that we're like right outside of a door that possibly has those people that were exploring before.
There's a few doors in this room, but one of them has some voices coming from the other side. And we're just seeing if we have a way to perceive what's on the other side, or if we just want to, or basically how we want to address it.
I mean, if worst comes to worst, I can just make us all invisible and we can just walk in. They might be
There's
confused by the
other
door
ways we
opening
go.
up, but
Yeah.
But I think Theobald's going to make it so that they can't open this door, and we can go explore the other three at our leisure.
Let's see. Blah, blah, blah.
Can you
Okay.
put on a-
Does this look like the door from above, where if you touch it, it'll slide open?
No, this is a more traditional door.
Perfect. All right, so I am going to face the door, and then I will cast Puzzle Box. So I am placing a permanent spell upon the door, which means that anyone other than me who looks at it will just not be able to mentally comprehend what it is. The only way that they can operate the door properly is by succeeding a craft stonemasonry check against my spell DC as they mentally reverse engineer what the fuck they're looking at.
Guys, how door?
how door?
It is
How
worth
do
pointing out,
door?
the door is functionally still the same, but it's just
When people look at it, it doesn't look like a door.
yeah, their mind is just not registering it that it is a door.
Dude, why is it? I thought this was a door. Why is there no handle? What are you talking about? I see a handle. It's right in the center of the door. Why the fuck is it in the center?
What am I even looking at?
Yeah, why do you keep saying door? That's not a door. What the fuck is that?
I
It's a
like one of
jar.
those-
God damn
I
it!
think it's one of those magic eye paintings. Just squint at it for 10 minutes.
All right.
It is a jar.
Despite the fact that it has a verbal component, you don't notice any reaction to your spell.
All right.
And that is an amazing spell.
It's marginally less effective when you cast it on someone who's holding objects because they get more saves and stuff, but it's very fun roleplay wise to cast on the environment.
Yeah, but you can cast on a creature and they lose all weapon and shield proficiencies. If you're fighting a fighter of any kind, that shuts them down if they fail.
Yeah, well, there's a few other things where they can use like a move action to attempt a skill check to negate the effect, and there's more ways around it when it's a
Still though.
So yeah, it's multiple, versatile.
So are we just exploring the other rooms while they're struggling with this door now?
Yep. You continue, I presume, past that door. There's a door to your north, and then there are two pools of that black water, followed by a door to your east. Kind of a double door.
Is there a knowledge? Maybe they already did it to identify the black water. See if it's anything in particular, or just like still water.
Yeah. Give me knowledge planes.
I have
No. I don't think knowledge planes would be it actually.
Okay.
Give me instead a knowledge arcana, maybe, or knowledge. Yeah, knowledge arcana would.
Okay, it'll be a 23 instead of the 24 then.
38.
Okay.
Show off.
Wizard.
You look
Whatever
into the pool of water, and you notice the water isn't so much water as it is kind of like a more solid congealed mass that writhes in waves.
I was gonna say Theobald probably noticed that, not
It's
me.
kind of a black, rubbery, imagine like venom skin looking substance.
Dude, I'm about to get a symbiote. Gonna be so sick.
I think it's
The
black
pools and the
pudding.
mummy.
Probably black pudding.
I thought you didn't want that archetype.
Well, not with the dad, but this is new.
I would wager it's maybe some sort of slime creature lying in wait. Vic, why don't you go first? What Theobald is not telling the party is all my illusions are basically totally useless against slimes. They have no mind to affect, no senses to bewitch. They're
All right.
basically just moving unintelligent blobs.
So there's kind of this figure 8 shaped chamber with 2 pools, a door that you can go up to in the north, and a door to the east. It's a double door. Where are you guys going?
North is where the voices are.
No, south is where the voices are, and you guys made that door a puzzle box.
Let's go north.
Are we gonna be worried about these puddings just kind of sitting there? Or?
Vic's going
Don't
first.
jump 'em. Vic will lead the way.
All right, north leads you into a hallway that leads you to another door.
Are there any markings on this door or anything to indicate where we're headed?
Nope.
Take magic on the door.
And the door is non-magical.
Perception for any sort of traps or anything else?
No traps, no tricks.
Vic will open the door. Wait, where's the ghost man? He can lead through this kind of stuff.
He's just been standing back and watching y'all do this shit.
Why are we doing the work?
Opening this door and walking down the hallway leads you to a curved northern alcove of the chamber that displays a brilliantly colored carving of a woman with 6 wings and a serpentine lower body. The coils of her lower body wind in and out and around a large 7-pointed star. Tiny shards of gemstones embedded in her tail make her scales glisten as though with moisture, but in more places chunks of the carving have cracked or crumbled away, giving the depiction of the serpentine woman a strange but undeniable look of decay.
Would this be like a planes or religion to identify what this
Be a
represents?
religion.
26.
26. You recall that this room was a shrine dedicated to Lysala's herald, Kershu, known during Fasalon's height as Kershu the Divine Serpent. The herald is known today as Kershu the Undying, and she lingers despite the fact that her god seems to have moved on.
Yeah, probably inform them. Be like, yeah, I read about this in that same book about the weird, sexy lady demons. Something about Kershu the Undying.
Is there any part of the statue that looks valuable, like we could bring it back and put it back and circulate it and trade?
Yeah, you can give me an appraise for all the sapphire and emerald slivers in the statue.
Oof.
No, I just want to do it just to see. Oof.
Well, it's sapphire and emerald. It's worth something, probably.
He just knows that it's worth more than what Vic thinks.
Vic thinks it's plastic knockoff.
This was probably made in China. It's not even worth their time to take it apart.
China.
Jaina.
Degraded though it may be, I think it would be wise to delay desecrating a shrine until we can make sure that all the other secrets of this room are revealed.
I don't have. I have a no bonus to it, but I'm gonna roll perception in this room to see if there's any like hidden alcoves or something that we're not noticing. Hey, natural 20. God, it's flat 20. So yeah, this room with the shrine. See if there's like any hidden alcoves or things that we just don't notice at the first glance.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we take it apart, let's search.
I'll do a more thorough search as well.
You don't find anything else really of note in this room, but you can hear muffled footsteps echo through the hallways of the Acropolis.
Gotcha. That's great. Maybe they're trying to find another way around because the door is no longer a door.
And we figured it out. If they were a stonemason, they could have pieced it together.
This is why they always tell you to get into the trades.
Suggest we head back to the double doors.
Before we leave, I would like to detect magic on the statue of the Snake Lady God.
Okay. The statue, let me see. Is non-magical.
We popping gems?
No.
And it's not really a statue, it's more of a carving in the wall.
Yeah, carving. It's how you described it. I just said the wrong word. I don't know.
I mean, nobody worships this religion anymore. It seems a waste to leave the idols of a foregone civilization behind and put them back into the use of the people.
It belongs in circulation.
Oh, shut up. Just hand me my desecrating pry bar.
You know what, Vic? You know what? Have at it. I'm going to stand across the room over here. Good luck,
Right.
buddy.
Vic casts crowbar.
As he casts crowbar, I just walk to the back of the room and I'm like, Luca, if you have a moment. All right, stand right here, so he's directly between me and the statue.
Meanwhile, then Sophia goes behind Theobald. She has 2 layers of protection. You got this, Vic. We believe in you, kind of.
It's just 2 thumbs up over the shoulders.
If he starts making like a raucous with it, I think I'll use the opportunity to cast aspect of the Falcon just in case.
We'll see what happens right now.
Yeah.
We're all just waiting.
What are you waiting for?
Vic is prying jewels out of the statue with a crowbar.
Explode.
Oh yeah, it's no problem. You just blink, blink, blink.
All right. Pocket all those.
It's already crumbling anyways.
Can't say I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm a little disappointed.
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll explode eventually.
Don't say those words in order to a child.
Please don't.
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
I am a priest. Let's move along.
That makes it even worse.
You're not even a priest. You're a thug for the church.
Hey. Only my superiors in the church can call me that.
What are you gonna? I'm gonna call you what I want. What are you gonna do? Hit me? I might not even be here. I could be in your head.
Put you on the naughty list.
It would make sense that Santa's part of the merchant god's faith.
It's his hallmark.
Well, no, that would be Hallmark.
Mm-hmm.
So this room, does it have another exit other than what we came into, or is because you said we came into like this room with the engraving of that deity.
Yep,
person.
it's got another exit to the east that will presumably take you around the same way that those double doors.
Do you want to go that way then? Or?
Sure.
Might as
Keep
well.
exploring.
Yeah, I'll have Luca go ahead of Vic this time, just to.
Yes, please.
Yep.
I just feel like I used up all of my anti-accident equity.
All
That's
right.
okay.
You guys continue heading down these hallways until you see what you presume to be the double doors that you saw before, but except now you're on the other side. And then another set of double doors adjacent to that one, which are left ajar.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Do we hear any footsteps or anything in the ajar door?
No?
So from the other side, there was only one set of double doors. But we think we're on the other side of those double doors, and now
and there's another double doors.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Gonna go ahead and do a quick detect magic. Make sure there's no traps laying in way that are magical, at least.
Mm-hmm. Perception.
You don't detect magic on the door or anything in the hallway.
Gotcha. I guess unless anyone else wants to argue, Luca's gonna go ahead and look and see what's on the other side of those ajar doors.
Yeah.
If
On the
anyone
other
sees him on the other side, he just looks like a ghost.
On the other side of those doors are 3 Shoanti warriors, and the Shoanti that most of you will recognize as Krojun eats what he kills. And they are looking at this room, at these ancient Thessalonian glyphs etched along all of the walls, and they're just reading them.
Luca just turns back. It's the one that Vic wrestled. See if they got here before us.
Oh.
Keep in mind, he only saw this through Sophia because he was not present during the dinner.
Might as well go ahead and pop this pimple. So Vic will step out and greet the trio in Shoanti.
Meanwhile, Sophia's just behind him, like, "Hi."
Try diplomacy. Say all the nice things.
They continue to read the glyphs on the walls.
They don't even acknowledge me.
Nope.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Comprehend Languages. Y'all think that those glyphs are some kind of trap? They're stuck reading them?
I mean,
Are they an
yes.
illusion?
Certainly seems that way.
I can cover them if need be.
I suggest we just move on. Let them keep reading.
Always just while their backs are turned, you know.
Well, that one's supposed to speak well for us amongst his tribe.
Fair point. I want to quickly detect magic the interior of this room in their direction.
Yeah, all the glyphs are magical.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing enchantment.
Indeed.
Yeah, the glyphs are
Glad everyone
enchanted.
does.
I would not recommend reading them.
No
It's a high
to-
possibility they'll just starve here.
Yep, other door.
we can
I
grab
mean,
them on our
hold
way out.
on. I feel like my good person senses are tingling a little bit here.
Well, we can
I,
grab them on the way out.
I mean,
Seems like
I'll agree to
net-
that, but we probably should just not
traps
leave them here.
No, of course not. We really need him to speak to his tribe about us.
Wouldn't they be
That's why I figured, like,
vulnerable?
I'm pretty sure he could probably hear what we're saying, even if he's like brainwashed here. At least I assume. I mean, I literally just have my dad run him over and break the line of sight. We don't have to really do much more than that.
Really, we could just leave him until we get out. Let's play pros and cons. What do we gain to benefit from breaking them out of the enchantment right now?
well,
Potential help.
we
Potential
need them.
help.
You said you want them to speak for us,
Mhm.
and also if they are still of their wits, they might just be hearing everything we're saying right now.
Cons, they might attack us, but I'm pretty sure we outnumber them, and you beat him in hand to hand. We have weapons now, so we're not really worried about that. Downside, if we don't free them now, also might be, what if we trigger something that causes this room to, I don't know, cave in, or another trap will get triggered, and then they just die from that, and then we
Yeah.
are too late to save them later.
I am concerned how vulnerable they are.
Okay, Dad, just go run them over.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that,
Yes.
they're human. So does this room have an ambient light source? Because like I can see in the dark.
That's a
And
good point. It does not. So if you don't have dark vision, you
Then
may
I would have had
get-
one of my sun rods out, since I
All
can't
right.
see in the dark. So.
Yeah.
but they didn't have anything.
They might have had a torch that fell or
I
something.
assume they have a torch.
That-
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking.
They did, or they would have been using the same dark sight jelly that Barrow Walker used his whole run.
Quick perception on the ground. Luke is going to check, make sure there's no like pitfall traps or anything before he just charges to knock him over.
Yeah,
He's not doing it to hurt, but
I was just asking about the light source because if they had no other light source, we could just douse everything and then they wouldn't see the ruins anymore.
yeah, but it might be something like once they got line of sight with it, it doesn't matter if there's light or not.
I mean, it was one of those low risk, possibly high
Yeah.
reward things.
I'm just going to roll a perception for Luca, see if there's any traps in the way. 15, I imagine I don't see one way or another.
What are you trying to see?
Make sure that like on the path between us and the Shawanti that are like mesmerized here, if there was any like pitfall traps or anything, because Luca's just gonna run in and try to knock them over and see if that might break the concentration they have on these runes.
All right. Nope.
Okay, so he's just gonna try to overrun them without actually doing damage to them, just to knock them over. I
All
don't know if I
right.
should roll that or not.
We will comb this. I don't think you have to roll since they're not trying to avoid you.
Yeah, and he's not trying to hurt them or anything. So
Yeah. So you knock them over, and at least one of them comes to, and one of them comes to. They're able to drag the other ones out, and before long, you are met with Krojan, who seems a little embarrassed that he had to be saved by you, but quickly saves it for himself by saying, "So I'm assuming you're the ones who put the puzzle on the door."
there's a puzzle on a door.
Vic, what's he saying? I don't understand the Shawanti tongue. I'm so old. I slap Vic in the back of the head.
Which
Yeah,
means
that's sick.
that the only reason we were entrapped in those glyphs was because we were trying to find alternate routes. He says, though I am still grateful for your, rubs his ass, help. He basically just fucking tackled them.
Mhm.
He says, I see you're here for the Thrall Keeper's mark. But you're not the only ones with that goal. I don't trust outsiders like you, especially ones who come seeking glory in these cursed ruins. But don't mistake me. If you're not here to dishonor the past, then we can work together. And I'll help you along the way, as long as you don't try to cheat your way to the mark.
He
Like
would
he's
relay
speaking in
that-
Shawanti right now, right?
Yeah.
So Vic would say that they have no intention of being disloyal to the tradition, and that it would benefit them to be able to see a true Shawanti going through the trials and understand what's expected of them. So he would be happy to watch and learn and join him.
Just don't check my pockets.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
minutes earlier.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy,
I
can't wait
did
to
not
kill
say
this
that
ball.
out loud. But yeah, back there's nothing really back there of interest. You know, you just want to keep pressing this way.
As all this goes on, you guys feel the entire structure of the Acropolis begin to shake in an eerie fashion before slowly coming to a stop.
I would ask, is that expected?
Expect the unexpected.
But that a talking cat?
Yeah, it is a talking cat.
Damn it.
No, that's Gombo's game you're thinking of.
Yep. So he'd relay that to the group in common, playing along with the fact that Theobald doesn't speak Shawanti.
Dick, what did he say? I can't speak his language. It sounds like he said something stupid and trite.
Vic ducks before you can hit him in the head.
I hit you in the foot with my staff.
If he doesn't like us trying to earn their respect, he could just tell us where the castle is, if he knows.
Yeah, you say that to this guy. I'm not going to. Very much the warrior type. All right, which way should we head?
Further to the south, there's a room with an ancient statue inside of it made of bronze. It doesn't appear to have any relevance to the Acropolis's challenge. And then there's a glowing blue artifact, and we elected to check the rest of this upper floor before venturing down, wherever that would lead.
What was the glowing blue artifact?
It seemed to be some kind of shaft of some kind, an ancient magic left behind by the wizards that once inhabited this tower.
Let the group know that. Do we want to go see if we... Do we want to go view the pretty artifact?
Exactly why we came here.
Yes, we'll go take a look at that, see if our scholars think anything of it.
All right. You head down into the southern room with the Shawanti. And the floor of that empty chamber contains a 5-foot in diameter hole in the center, surrounded by a ring of tangled runes. And inside the hole, a shaft filled with a brilliant... Sorry, that was a burp. The shaft filled with a brilliant blue light drops into the depths.
Oh, so you mean like air shaft, not spear shaft.
Yeah.
Got it. Is there anything that looks like an artifact down in the hole?
The artifact is probably the whole mechanism of glowing runes and brilliant light.
I do a Arcana or a Spellcraft to kind of get the idea of how it works or what the intention of this space is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arcana or Spell.
Either one.
All right.
I'll roll
Roll with the higher one.
spellcraft as well. Nope.
You pick up a loose stone off the ground and start experimenting, and it isn't long before you find out the purpose of what is called in the book, the Illumicore. It is essentially a glowing magical elevator shaft. A traveler who steps into the ring receives the benefit of the Featherfall spell and gently flows down the shaft for 70 feet into another area. And a traveler who goes up the other way is affected similarly by the Levitate spell, allowing him to safely ascend back into this chamber.
It was told to us that you had to go down.
You see, Sophia, this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say don't use magic recklessly. Look at this. A rope or some stairs could do the exact same thing. One anti-magic field, you're falling to your death. Just showing off.
I mean, at this point, it just looks more tacky than like productive, anyway. Like, I get what you mean now. It's a little excessive.
Mhm.
Although, don't get me wrong, I'd rather levitate something over to me than have to get up when I'm really feeling tired. But that's just me.
Don't worry, I'll smother your enthusiasm for life yet.
Cordjun is the first to descend quickly, showing his bravery, and his men will go down shortly thereafter.
Oh,
Guess
What
we're
a
going.
brave
so
man.
should we just wait and
always
see if
go
they make it up?
first.
What'd you say, Cope?
Should we just wait and see if they make it back up?
I mean, I imagine that's where we're having to go, so we might as well just go.
Yeah.
Why don't we just send our ghost first?
Luca just kind of looks at you for a second and kind of just steps off the ledge just to fly down with his wings. He just unfurls because he has those now.
Kind of looks like an angel when he does that. Or what I imagine angels look like.
Sophia goes next. Stop flirting with my dad. Just jumps off the edge to go down.
Not what I meant.
How far down do you say it was?
70 feet.
It seems like a feather fall anyway, so I think we're fine to
Mhm.
just go down.
Theobald goes down it with his arms crossed, looking the exact opposite of enchanted. Like somehow magically descending down a shaft into an underground ruin is putting him out.
Right behind him is Merrick, who's having just a bunch of fun doing like flips and all that stuff.
Okay. You guys descend into a wide corridor composed of the same polished black granite. It runs north to south. A blue stone disc sits on the floor to the south that you just descended from, the Illumicore. A 5-foot wide circular opening in the wall opens to a smaller chamber in the ceiling here. And then down through the hallway, you can see there is a entryway into what looks like another room, and then to your right there, before that, is a room that appears to be blocked off by a giant stone.
As the room that's blocked off by stone, does it look like a roof collapse, or does it look like an intentional slab that was put in place?
It looks intentional.
Does it have a room glowing with a doorbell next to it?
No.
Is there any writing on it? Is it just like a hunk of stone that looks like it might have been found or pulled from something nearby and intentionally
It
put in
is
place
a 15-foot long and 120-ton cube of stone.
Okay.
It didn't end up here on accident.
Mhm.
Clearly man-made and put there for a reason. Though you can see there are pretty wide seams, though not big enough for even a tiny creature to slip through. Though maybe for someone in gaseous form.
Nothing I could do about it.
I think I care to try doing about it right now.
Okay.
You said, I'm sorry. You said it was like a crack underneath the rock. Is that what it?
Just the seams.
Mm.
It's a little bit smaller than completely filling up the hole. So there's a seam around 3 sides of the plug.
Gotcha. Just trying to think of. I don't want to do anything with this. If I have anything, there's always summoning if I need to, but right now, not sure if we need to really explore it in there. Like, and is this like this is too big to move, right? This thing that's kind of like
120 tons.
Yeah, that's a little too big. Just a little bit.
A little bit too big.
Is Luca incorporeal?
No. He is corporeal.
Can he be?
No, but I can summon something that isn't if we need to.
Duly noted.
I can summon an octopus
Alright.
and squeeze through.
I'm guessing you guys are going to continue forward into the next chamber then, considering you can't get past that plug.
Yeah, I would just like to take a sec to see if there's any indication of it, like having been moved in the past, or indication, or if that's just been where it's been.
I mean, I'll give it a detect magic just to be safe, but
Not a magical stone.
didn't think so.
Looks like it's been there for quite a while.
And if
Well,
there's
someone's
sitting
probably
on
not
railroad
moving
track.
around a 120-ton rectangle of stone around a lot. It's been here. It looks as aged as everything else in the room.
Okay, here, like, how big around would you say this thing that's plugging it up is?
It's 15 feet across.
I can just literally drop that into my spiked pit, and we can just go through it. It'll come back up, but
I like that idea.
Because yeah, that will fit in my spiked pit, and
It'll just like slot in.
yeah,
Yep. Legend of Zelda
That's
style.
awesome. I would say let's
Yep.
keep exploring and then come back
Fuck was
and
that?
check that.
Okay, is that what you're doing?
yeah. I'm gonna spiked pit it so we can see what's beyond it.
You open up. This leads to a small room, inside of which is a jumble of 5 crushed humanoid skeletons that lie in the corners of the chamber. Stone niches in the southern wall contain a few pieces of clutter. Let me see. The scene you're looking at appears to be whenever the magical experiment that caused this place to be destroyed happened. This appears to have been some sort of fallback room.
Gotcha. Since this doesn't last for very long, I'm just gonna have Luca go in there and grab literally everything that's not nailed down in that room and hustle it out.
All right.
This only lasts for like 2 minutes or so, so he just runs in, grabs everything as I keep track of the time, and he rushes back out.
All right. Among the loot are a collection of exotic cups, bowls, and silverware worth 75 gold pieces in all. There's a bottle of air.
Is anybody going to write this down?
I'll paste this all in just a second.
Okay, good.
There's a bottle of air, a decanter of endless water, a sustaining spoon, which produces gruel with an abnormally spicy taste, and 2 scrolls of clairvoyance, 2 scrolls of sending, 2 scrolls of dimension door, a crystal locket depicting a 2-headed dove worth 325 gold pieces, a pair of sapphire earrings worth 4,350 gold pieces, and a bejeweled holy symbol of Lissala worth 2,000 gold pieces. Also found among the bones are 3 magic items, a Beastbane dagger. Oh, we don't have.
That might be good if we have to go against whatever that worm is that wants to swallow us.
And then we'll have. Oh god, it's lagging, getting me back to the page with the loot. Okay. A scabbard of keen edges.
One item.
And let me find the last one because I had to switch it out. Because it was one of those that we don't use in this version of the game.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We don't do the +1s.
So that means you could put that if someone wants to use that Beastbane dagger, they can also put keen on it with this scabbard.
Mhm.
All right, well, I'll get back to it. It was a cloak of resistance, but I'll fix it in a moment. Let me put everything in there, just so you guys have what's in there right now.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume I can take those scrolls, considering they're all on the wizard spell list, and they're all spells I don't know, so I can copy them in when I get the chance.
There's 2 of each of them, right?
Yeah, 2 of each, yeah.
Do you want to split them, or argue about it for 10 hours?
Well, you can take the magic spoon of ethnic food.
Yeah,
The bard will call it.
holy shit.
I can't believe you went there.
I mostly just wanted one of those scrolls of clairvoyance in case we needed an extra hand on it, but if you want them, you can have them. I don't care.
Go ahead. Take one of the scrolls of clairvoyance.
Listen, I'm a scroll monkey. It's what I have. Let me have this.
All right. And we will say that the magical item to replace that cloak of resistance will instead be a cloak of tentacle.
Cloak of tentacle. I don't even know what that is.
Tentacle cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just played that character.
Once per day, on the wearer's command, 2 large gray tentacles emerge from the cloak near the shoulders. Each tentacle can make a natural attack that deals 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage, assuming the wearer's medium. The tentacles have a 10-foot reach, a grab monster ability, and in addition, the wearer gets a +4 competence bonus on grapple maneuver checks.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
if no one
just
else
played
wants
that
that, I can
character.
throw it on Luca.
Do it.
It's no good for me. Or more accurately, it just does what.
Can you imagine him charging in there, grappling, knocking people over, and then grappling 2 of them?
I'm good with that.
Because eventually he can get the pounce ability, so that'll be nice.
Michael,
Slowly
why would you introduce grapple to your game?
But having successfully raided the ancient fallback room, you are left with only one more room in the dungeon to explore.
Anything that we don't just automatically claim, I just assume that Sophia, when no one's looking, just stashes it all in her handy haversack to divide up later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to add it to the loot handout?
I took the scrolls already, so
Yeah, the scrolls and the sustaining spoon I took. Just because it seems funny that she just starts eating things out of nowhere, and she's like trying to not sweat.
Mm.
Not that I need to like have it, but
Mhm.
is anyone adding it to the loot pile, or should I just Copy and paste.
I'm not doing it. So
Copy paste.
Okay, I'll just copy paste it. You can continue. We can continue on though.
All right. Walking into the final room, you see that the walls, ceiling, and floor of this chamber have been painted to resemble a starry sky, giving the illusion of walking through space. A 10-foot diameter stone sphere floats 5 feet above the floor near the room's southern wall. 3 short metal rods protrude from the lower hemisphere, radiating outward like a tripod. Only the rods rest on empty air rather than solid surface. The sphere appears to have the sphere appears to have been carefully carved with tiny rivers, mountains, oceans, and forests. Anyone who wants to can give me a geography check looking at this globe of the world.
on it. 34.
Oh yes, this globe does represent the world, but judging by the inaccuracies in certain features of the globe, you would reckon this is how Glorian appeared more than 10,000 years in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking out Varesia, your home country, for example, you find that the nation is mostly landlocked except for a narrow southern coastline. Other features are missing as well, such as the inner sea, while in some places islands or entire continents exist where none appear today. Farther, casting the globe's accuracy into suspicion, are vast swaths of blank surface in some regions, where only vague outlines of continents and oceans appear. Although the globe seems inaccurate, it's simply out of date. Likely crafted by the Thessalonian explorers who originally built this Acropolis.
And that landmass there must be ancient Aslanti. Or it went and exploded.
Man, who named their city Aslandy?
It was a nation, but anyway. Also, show a little reverence. Your magic comes from there.
I mean, my magic I
that's
feel like
magic.
comes from my dad, but that's weird.
Oh, it's adorable. The condescending head pats. Anyway,
Slow head turn as you walk away.
I think just messing with orphans or close there of his of his favorite pastimes, if not been it already.
and can I even remember a time when I was that wrong about everything? All right, I'm gonna dust those floating bars with some detect magic.
The globe is certainly magical.
Yes. But the floating bars you mentioned?
Yes, also just a part of the larger magical
Oh.
implement.
Sure. Well, what now?
Are the Shawanti here with us, or did they just disappear as they went ahead?
Oh no, they're with you. They're with you at this point. Anyone who wants to can give me a spellcraft check to discern how to activate and the purpose of the magic item.
32.
30.
29.
Every time Theobald gets the idea a little bit ahead of Sophia, she's just like, ooh. Like at this point, she's like, I want to beat him.
A Whizzle Wobbly?
You figure out the mechanism by which the globe is activated. You think it has some sort of vision manifestation property, though you won't know for certain until you try to activate it yourself. It's quite old magic.
Right. I'm going to instruct you on how to activate the globe. Will induce a kind of vision. So, whoever wishes to see about getting their mark, step forward.
Ooh, I've always wanted a tattoo. Sophia steps out.
Not you. Who
Aw.
else is so bold and brave and as gallant of a warrior?
Sophia just has her hands up the entire time.
He translates this into Shawanti.
Who, I'm just like hitting you with a staff, honors his people's tradition.
He
Like her
translates
hands just
it
in
all
front of your
in
face at this
Shawanti.
point. Ooh.
He looks
Ooh.
over at you, Vic, and he says, I speak common. I'm waiting for the ugly one to try.
Don't mind me, I'm just beating this child.
All right.
Crazy part is her dad's right over there and he's not doing shit.
You say that, and he just looks over. He's like, I feel like you mean well, so I just let it be. I feel like that's an insult for him, though.
Stupidity's a
father.
bloodline thing.
All right, so who's gonna step up?
All right.
Yeah, if no one
Yeah,
actually physically
Vic's
stops her,
going-
Sophia would probably do it too. But she'd probably wait if Vic goes first.
I was gonna let Vic go first, that's why I was stopping you.
Yep, y'all pushing it pretty hard. Vic's going. Plus, he's got the Shawanti looking for him.
All right. You guys see Vic go up, and he puts his hand around the magic item, and he activates it, and you see him disappear. Visually, it appears as if he were sucked down, shrunken into the globe. Vic, from your perspective,
I'm a giant and everyone else disappeared.
you awaken to a gust of hot, dry wind. You're standing at the edge of a vast desert, the sand stretching endlessly in all direction. The sun is obscured by swirling dust storms, casting everything in a red-brown glow. In the distance, an enormous pyramid rises from the dunes, its tip disappearing into an unnatural storm of lightning. The sand beneath your feet shifts and whispers as though the desert itself is alive, and the whispers grow louder, urging you to enter. Enter the pyramid's doors. And then I'm gonna need you. You're gonna roll me something here.
Reflex.
A will.
A will. Good. Oh, bad roll.
All right, you're good. What's everyone else doing?
I mean, at this point, I feel like we're just waiting with the Shawanti because we're seeing what happens with Vic. But
I give him 5 minutes.
A UPS driver arrives and hands you a letter. It's from Vic in the past, and he said, "Come join me, assholes."
I mean, I was waiting for a couple minutes. If he doesn't come right back out, I was going to touch it. But
Yeah, I think Merrick would maybe wait just like, we'll say 3 rounds. Like, okay, I gotta check on him. He'd step up and he'd go.
if he's going, I'm going. Jesus Christ! She just tries to race him to it.
Oh, you know of the Jesus Cristo as well?
Yeah, he does my lawn.
Damn.
All right.
I look at Kier. we go, or do we wait for gesture to the Shawanti?
All right, Vic. So
Yeah.
what are you doing?
We've made worse choices.
Vic would have cast resist energy fire on himself, just a single cast, not the communal, and he would have started walking towards the pyramid.
Okay.
This is why we're here.
You blink, and suddenly you are. The pyramid is gone. The wind is gone. The ground beneath your feet is gone, and suddenly you are weightless, floating in a vast void filled with stars. The stars seem to move in strange patterns, like ocean's tides, their waves undulating through the blackness. Some of the stars shimmer and pulse with strange colors, greens, purples, and oranges, that no natural world would ever know. You feel the distant tug of something pulling at your mind, an overwhelming force inviting you to dive deeper into the cosmos. Far below, you hear a faint glimmer of something huge and monstrous, its shape impossible to comprehend, and it flickers just at the edge of your vision.
Is the same thing also tugging at my mind to go deeper?
Give me a will save.
Not crap. I closed my computer. The computer distracts me when we're doing theater of the mind.
Let's see if we can figure out what it does.
34. Okay.
All right. So Vic is going to be in here for quite a while. So
This 2 higher if it is a spell. Nope, never mind. If it's a spell, it's 2 higher. 36.
yeah, that doesn't affect anything.
Okay.
In fact, it makes it worse.
Okay.
You guys are gonna hunker down in here for, I don't know, Vic. Give me like a D20.
Well, 2 of them were going in.
Yeah, Merrick and Sophia both kind of, when he wasn't coming right back out, kind of went to go touch the orb, the sphere. Whether it lets us in it when he's in there, who knows? But
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, would have waited like 20 some odd seconds.
Yeah. And then they had,
So just to be clear, we have Merrick, Sophia, Vic.
and Theobald and Kira looks like they're staying out.
it entirely depends on if the other 2 then disappear.
Yeah, I would like to try and figure out what it do.
Mm-hmm.
Before I touch the disappearing people globe.
Yeah.
What happened to him? What happened to him? What happened to him?
Exactly.
I'm gonna.
Well, 3 is a
touch it
pattern,
too.
So yes, I guess if they both disappear, then Kira and I'll just stay out here.
Mm-hmm. Try to examine it.
Yeah.
Magical means.
Basically what's going to happen is our friends Vic. Someone roll me a D20.
Yeah, I did a D20.
The 20.
Oh yeah, he already did. Mine just was delayed.
Yeah.
So they will not be back for 17 hours. As they experience visions of other worlds and other places at other times.
Do I give a D20 as well?
I think he just had.
No, because you guys will be shunted out of the globe.
Oh, okay.
As soon as your intelligence reaches 0.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
So
17 hours later, you guys will be shunted outside of the globe unconscious with no intelligence.
They're just
Hold on.
straight up
All
coma.
3 of us?
I think that means we're just straight up dead if we have 0.
No, mental
No?
stats, you're in a coma.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, only the
It's
physical.
only
one.
Constitution at 0. The other 2,
All right.
your strength and dex, you're paralyzed, basically.
I picked the big show, Auntie.
There's a few with-
He let the outsiders hit the globe over and over and over again. He's still waiting for one of you to come back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I imagine like 30 minutes later, we're staring at this globe. They say in common.
17 hours later.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about what we're going to be doing in the meantime.
And can you get any kind of reading on its magic?
Mm,
I have spellcraft as well, but
more of a divination, in fact, when I was looking at it. It's taking them on a kind of vision quest, I'd imagine. So, like, I didn't necessarily want to vocalize this, but the name of this is the Necropolis of the Thrall Keepers. That's slavery, right?
usually.
Kind of
Sometimes.
sounds like this brand of the Thrall Keepers is like a slave brand.
And I don't know much about Thassalon, but I
Mm.
recall
No,
that they were slavers.
They were. You know more about me on that topic. So what is, once again, crossing arms, looking at the globe, saying this all in common so the other guy can hear it if he wants to. So what are the odds that their minds are just going to be just pudding when they come out of there to be compliant?
Probable, but is this the thing that's supposed to mark them? Isn't that
Quite likely. I say we give them at least 24 hours to see if they come out.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what else to do.
How many hours? That's the biggest dice we have.
Awkward silence then ensues.
I
I
suppose
turn
you
to
know
the-
any good camping spells.
I can make us see a campfire.
I don't think you want to start a campfire. The carbon monoxide will get you in.
Oh, well, it's not a real campfire. I can make a campfire that looks like a campfire, and you'll feel like you're warm, but you're not actually warm.
An interesting experiment, like an illusion of a campfire that you believed was real. Would you feel better sitting next to it?
You know, any human can do that if you get cold enough.
So, turning to the 3 Shanti warriors, you know
Bring
any good
s'mores?
you know any good stories?
You 3 would get to know each other well over the next 17 hours.
Just love the idea that it just goes, screen goes black. It says 17 hours later, and then we're sitting around an illusionary campfire, and Theobald sits down his bottle. Wow, I had no idea that Shanti culture was so rich and multifaceted. This has really altered my perception of your people.
I'm sure you guys would get to talking. He would ask at some point in the night, why is it that so many of you foreigners are coming here to earn the respect of the Shoanti? It doesn't seem like something your kind has ever wanted to do before.
Are you familiar with the term peer pressure?
Can't
That's what-
speak for any other groups, but we are trying to stop something that could affect the region quite badly.
Yes, ancient evil rising from the primordial past of human subconscious, that kind of thing.
I often speak of the Chelish in similar verbiage.
I forget, did they treat his name like Voldemort, not to be spoken?
I just kind
The
of
ancient
do that.
warlord.
To do that with everyone. That's just a rule.
course, I also forgot his name again, but the
Yeah.
dragon.
Yes, it was Kazevan.
Tell me, noble warriors of the Shawanti, are you familiar with what a chiton is?
He would not be familiar with what a chiton is. He would say, of all the beasts and monsters that roam the Cinderlands, I've never heard of a chiton.
Good for you that you have not. They are not native to the Cinderlands nor Galarian. They are outsiders, beings of such wickedness and depravity that in age primordial, Asmodeus united all the archdevils of hell to drive them out of the pit, but they were too evil for the company of the devils. They have long dwelled within the shadow of our world, just slightly beyond the pale where the firelight ends. Torturous and depraved. They have found only patronage with the god Zonguthan. The evil that we oppose is a devotee of them. I shudder to imagine meeting the kind of man who could command the allegiance of such beings. Your belief reputation of my homeland of Cheliax is well warranted. Much destruction and slaughter my people have wrought. So take heed of this, noble warrior. When it is a line that my people will not cross, then you know it is a dark evil indeed.
Yes, I believe a clue to stopping it is hidden somewhere in the Cinderlands in a ancient warlord's castle. But we're told that the people who know where it might be aren't too fond of unproven outsiders. So.
The histories of our peoples is a well-guarded secret even among the common folk of the Sun Clan. Our history keepers are shamans, and they tell the old tales of all of the Shoanti. And of all those tales, the devastation wrought by the one called Kazevan is the most perilous. For 500 years, he wrought havoc among the Shoanti, enslaved us, hunted us like sport across our homelands. But much of that history is not known to me. It will have to be worked out between you and our shamans in our ancestral grounds.
No, it would seem that we have a common enemy. Lovely thought, though it may be.
And if you guys remember that Halloween game I ran, that was Kazevan's last command to your generals was to drive the show on. He didn't care what you did other than to drive the Shoanti from the land.
Mm-hmm.
So all your monster generals were out there doing his dirty work.
Mm-hmm. Guess it makes
As you do.
sense if he was from that painting with the blue dragon scales. It would assume that he was dragon, so then that makes sense that my dragon was subjugated. Still, time elapses.
Indeed. Give me perception as you guys start to take shifts in the night.
28.
Okay. Roll off screen. That's to not spoil the fun. What is a stealth score? Oh yeah, you gotta like open them up.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you mine.
I thought you did. Where is it? There it is. I haven't looked at these sheets in a minute. There it is. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So with that roll, what did you guys roll? Okay. Kier. And Theobard, actually. Theobard succeeded by 1. In the night, you barely see what looks to be something shunting out of the side of the hallway leading into this chamber before it slowly backs away.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to investigate that at all. I'd wake people up and ready one of my invisibility potions.
How wide is the hallway that we came down that it was slowly backing away in?
The hallway is 15 feet wide.
Dang it. I was hoping it was 5 feet wide so I could just go lightning bolt. Well, any spells that I prepared the previous day would still be prepared. Let me quickly check something. Here's any bright ideas. Don't let them stop you. I'm doing the wizard thing where you just flip through your spell lists, and I have all this shadow blank spells, so I have to look at all the conjuration spells.
Not really. Just gonna quietly wake up the Shoanti folk if they were asleep and keep a potion of invisibility readied.
Mm-hmm.
And you wait?
No, sorry. He's waking up. I'm not waiting. I'm looking at a spell list thing here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have too many things to look through.
Yeah.
Oh, I got an idea here. Let me see. Did I prepare that? Yes, I did. I can't see fine details, but I see a shadowy figure, right?
Correct.
All right. I would like to cast Complex Hallucination, which only has a somatic component, so I can cast it with a gesture. So I am going to make this person believe that a bullet just smashed through the wall behind them and is going to attack them. Only they see it because it's a hallucination only for them. Or I guess not a bullet, but a subterranean predator that they know of that could get through a stone wall because their subconscious can fill in the blanks. And
All right.
also, all right, so it is going to be a DC
One
23.
with grapple.
It's actually harmless, but the hope is to make them panic.
It darts back to the other side, but you don't see where it goes from there.
Because it happens behind them. So I was hoping to drive it towards us.
Yeah, just that if it happens behind them, they could still.
Mhm.
In fact, the better way for them to dodge would be away down the other side of the hallway.
Well, because in my head, this is a 15-foot wide hallway, right? And at one end is the room that we're in, and at the other end is the stairs that we came down. And it came out and it was backing away down the hallway towards the stairs. So I'm having them hallucinate something coming from the direction of the stairs.
No, so you guys are in basically a chamber.
Mhm.
There is a 5-foot wide stairway that leads to another hallway section that leads into the 15-foot wide hallway section. It's kind of like it narrows down as it goes. So if he was peeking down the stair section, and the bullet's coming from behind him, he wouldn't go forward because that would be the direction the bullet's going. He would go to the side to dodge the bullet.
Gotcha.
If you can even see him to target him.
Are you saying he can dodge bullets?
Well, we said we can see a figure, and that's all I would need for my complex hallucination spell. So, is anyone else, including the Shwanti warriors, going to do anything as fear rouses them, or?
They're just standing at ready with their spears, but they're not venturing into the choke point quite yet. Krojan will slowly inch them forward if you don't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
He slowly walks up the stairs, turns the corner, and goes, "There's no one here."
I do not like that one bit.
There was definitely someone there, but
Most certainly. But the shadows do appear to be their ally. I do not care for that.
as it stands, time's on their side.
Hmm.
So we've no idea how long they're going to be in there. And then when they come out, what state they'll be in. But I imagine time will pass on. Unless
But it's probably best
Yeah.
for us all to work through the night. If we go to sleep again, they could catch us while we're not ready for an attack.
Quite. Let's see here. Oh no, it's not going to be that much. Never mind. Yeah, let's just stay on shift.
All right, he'll set 2 of his guards, his Chalanti men in that narrower section of the hallway.
Mhm.
It's sort of an exterior choke point. He'll sit on the stairs
And he'll leave another guard in here with you guys.
Where it was at New Sphere. My illusion took hold. Could tell. It was.
As for you two, are you two staying up the rest of the night? Because that will entail some fatigue the next morning, I believe.
Possibly. Ring of sustenance. I only need to sleep 2 hours, and then I gain the equivalent of 8 hours of sleep.
I'll probably be
And
fatigued then.
Wasn't there a spoon of sustenance?
Well, I mean, if
Sophia took,
if
I
Sophia
locked
took
away
that
right
with
now.
her. Yeah.
if Theobard's
Damn it, kid.
able to just effectively get his entire sleep through one shift, does that mean that Kier would be able to get a night's rest?
Just depends on how prepared he wants to be.
Not fair.
All right, let me put you two map here because there will be another encounter tonight.
Mhm.
They will not let that chance you gave them fly by. All right, when I move this tape over, you should be able to see.
All right. There we are. Yep.
So just move wherever you want to be stationed for the night.
There.
All right, everyone give me perceptions.
26. Not as good as my last one.
Ooh, this is gonna be rough for you guys, huh?
Depends what we're going up against.
Perceptions based on wisdom, right?
I mean,
Yep.
they've got meat. They've got the 3 warriors, so it's not
Unless
like
those are
they're
the
gonna
ones
miss
after
us.
them. Unless this is a betrayal thing.
That could be very bad.
Yeah.
I still have a few tricks, but
Come on.
We arrive 17 hours later. They're stuck in the corner in a pit of tar, screaming at their worst nightmares, and Kier's just every few minutes throwing a tennis ball of goo at them.
Well, you appear 17 hours later. Me and Merrick are gonna be unconscious on the ground.
all the marshals had to touch the magic glowy ball. It was just the intelligence-based characters.
Oh, I thought
Which
I
is
lost
oddly
intelligence, too.
fitting.
It is.
Yeah.
Did I not lose intelligence as well?
Huh?
You're gonna see what happens to you when you flop out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all have
yeah.
already flopped out?
No,
No.
we just don't know what's happening to you.
Yeah.
Got it. I thought that was all 3 of us that came out with no intelligence. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Okay. So this is how the attack will initiate. You. And then
Was it Richard's game where they came out of the walls?
There was a enemy in Way of the Wicked that the Can't remember what they're called, but the like Cthulian dogs that could like teleport from right angled wall corner to right angle wall
Oh
corner.
yeah, that was in Rise of the Rune Lords as well.
Yeah, they
Mm.
they were they were trapped in this room that had no normal angles. The walls had to be in weird angles, so they couldn't teleport
Yeah.
away.
I never
So
realized this
you
about them.
guys are disturbed, shaken to your core as you're sitting here on alert the whole night. Your nerves are on fire, waiting for whatever to pop off. And then before your eyes,
Yeah,
Red Mantis.
checks out.
Mhm.
They followed you.
Mm-hmm.
Appears they're looking good for you.
So this will be combat. It will be a surprise round first, though. Let me load this sheet, and then I'll put up the turn order if you guys want to start rolling. Okay. Surprise round will be
If
just
they
the
dr-
first attack.
If they drop y'all and then we stunt out of this
Yeah,
thing
no, if they
with
kill
no
us,
intelligence,
it's a
it's done.
TPK.
Yeah.
TPK.
Yeah.
I know Vic might get away.
Yeah, Vic.
Vic may spend the next 34 years in La La Land.
Mm-hmm.
Let's deal with this first. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the one just south of Kier is going to activate his red mist, making them stronger and faster as the room fills up with gas. And then if you're surprise attacking and you have 2 weapon fighting, can you do 2 attacks, or is it still
You can only
just
do a
one?
single attack, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. I just wanted to make sure. 'cause
I
I'm
think
not
there's
familiar
certain
with
things that
2-weapon
let
fighting.
them do that, but they would have a feat or a trait that would let them
Yeah.
do that. Generally, though, no.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're just going to do that. We're just going to attack once with the Sawtooth Saber. So just that first attack. 24, 16, flat-footed.
Flat-footed's 18, so yeah.
All right, so you will take 16. All right. Now I'll have them roll initiative and the show on T. I can't click on them for some reason. Oh, it's because I'm still in the GM layer. Initiative. Yes. Sklarqua Krojun. Come on. Try not to be boring, but these sheets are taking forever to load.
It is what it is.
Yep. Pop.
Yeah, no worry.
And
I'm kind of enjoying this, just getting to watch a combat. I don't know why I'm in this mood, but I'm like, yeah, give me some popcorn, chilling out, leaning back.
okay. So, starting with the Thunder Callers.
Ooh, are these barbarians carrying those? Like the big thunder and claw things?
Mhm. Probably the storm,
Yes.
the Earthbreaker hammers. Yeah.
Yes. That's one build I want to build, and ironically, the Red Mantis Assassin is one build I want to build one day.
Yeah, let's trying to figure out what their. It's been a while since I looked at this. What is Raging Song? They just have it in the special attacks, but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, that's the part that makes DMing and Pathfinder First Edition off-putting to me. Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it does.
What the fuck is that ability?
Yeah, let me.
I always try to make sure that I because I go back and I make it simpler to remember for myself.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
I've been entering sheets for Skull and Shackles, and one thing I've been doing is every time there's an NPC class like Warrior, I just swap it out for an actual PC class that I remember, like Fighter. So if they say level 1 Warrior NPC, I just make them a level 1 Fighter instead, or a Rogue or something.
I think fighters don't even really get anything either.
They don't,
Isn't that-
but it's
Raging
just-
Song, isn't that a Scald ability?
Yeah, I think so.
Kenneth, you played a Scald, didn't you?
Yeah, it's like the lowest tier of rage in an AoE around anyone that can hear.
Here you go, the warrior NPC class. It's literally just
Okay.
nothing but weapon and armor proficiency.
Yeah, no, I know it's not difficult, but it's helping me keep straight in my head to make sure I don't miss.
Oh no,
anything.
you're fine. I was just like, what's
Yeah.
the most useless NPC class ever?
'Cause
Yeah,
you-
so this one right here is going to activate his Thundering Rage song as he comes up here. And that'll give you guys rage as well, from what I understand.
If you wish to take it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not going
but
to because
it's-
I like my very low AC. What's strength gonna do for me?
Punch him hard.
Yeah, plus in Rage, can you use any intellectual abilities?
No.
Oh,
It depends on the type of rage, but usually no.
Either way, I think it's safe to say that the wizard is not taking it.
I would like to see
Yeah, you
the
guys make a
junkie.
good point. I think I'll just have him attack instead. Seems like it would be better. Yeah, he'll just attack. Hit him with Totem Spear.
It'll be a plus
Unless
2
that-
because of flanking, so.
Unless it could
Yep.
rage his friends.
So that'd be a 16, which is not enough to hit a Red Mantis Assassin.
Didn't we determine they had like a 26 AC the last time we fought one?
God, I hope not.
It was real high.
Krojan's gonna take on this one that is trying to kill him. Did I only do an attack on Kier? Did I not do an
You didn't do an attack on Theobald, and I think you
No.
just skipped these two guys down here.
Yeah, I always get so ahead of myself. Let me rewind. Let's do those other attacks from the surprise round.
Yep, very fair.
Yeah, I think they only missed one surprise attack, I think, right?
I think I missed Theobard, and then I missed Krojan.
And
So
Krojan.
there's
Okay.
Theobard.
Jesus.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
your
so-
luck.
Exactly half my health.
And Krojan.
Oh my god, double fucking crits.
Man, he really doesn't want to run this game anymore, damn.
This is in the book.
Look,
Yep.
we never really TPK, and
Hope's
I
hungry
don't
for
I don't want to pull punches. I don't want it to happen, but I feel like it never happens, you know?
Oh no, if it happens, it happens. I'm not salty about this at all.
Yeah. We can always discuss that if it happens, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not to mention, like, I haven't had my turn yet, and I have a bunch of bullshit. So you guys remember what I did to that gargoyle, right? Like,
Yeah, no, I if anybody could control the battlefield in an instant, I think
It's a wizard.
Theobard with all of his spells could
Mhm.
definitely do something.
All right. Krojan is going to counterattack.
I think you got ahead of yourself again.
Oh, what?
You still
Yeah,
have
but-
these two guys down here, and you still have to have. You already had him make an attack, but these two never acted.
Yeah, these two never acted on.
Oh yeah, these two will come up. They'll attack.
Listen, we can use all the help we can get.
Help their
That's a good
homie
point.
over there. One. They probably won't hit. Is the thing.
One got a 26.
+2 for flanking, so
Yeah,
Yep.
one got a
Fucking
26.
doesn't hit.
28. Yeah.
So is the AC 26 on them? So we can just help you.
It did hit that one.
okay. So that means that 32 that Earthbreaker should hit.
Yeah, jumping back to Crojan.
Okay.
And the 21 with flanking 23 might hit.
And then it unfortunately does not.
Now it's Crojan's turn.
Yeah, I just did the damage for his Thunder Hammer, but he's got more attacks because he's a 2-weapon fighter.
Oh, like the thunder and lightning kind of 2-weapon fighting.
Claw. 35 for 5.
It's a hit.
Scoreboard.
Oh yeah.
Bite. 24 for 4. Which does hit.
All right, we've targeted the AC at 24 now. I love that he has a bite. I love a two-handed weapon fighter with a bite. Oh, those are fun.
Oh my god, I just remembered. Okay, so I ran a D&D session last night for another group, and it's the circus one, and they have a Thri-Kreen player, and he's got 4 arms, so he's got multiple attacks because he holds multiple weapons. And they took
Like the
subclass.
praying mantis.
Yeah, one of the praying mantis people.
Yes.
And he took a barbarian subclass that lets him grow a spiked tail, so we always described it as the xenomorph tail from Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And then he found a magic item that everyone is trying to pressure him into using called the Belt of Spider Strength, which gives you 23 strength and makes you grow exactly 4 additional arms.
That's funny.
Oh,
So he would have 11 limbs.
Let's take a bio really quick, guys.
Yep.
One of the first computer games I really played that was an RPG was generic Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm.
I want to say you were in like Red Sun, if that was a campaign.
Dark Sun.
Dark Sun, and it was very gladiatorial.
Yep, Dark Sun.
And that creature, I had never known what the name of it was until you just said it. It just sprung back into my memory. And one of the games you play, you start out as however many of you, 4 or 5 of you, are slaves in a gladiatorial, convent you're owned by. And so you have to work the politics and meanwhile then go and fight the games. And if you survive, come back and work more politics and make friends with the guards and things to try and eventually escape. And one of the, I don't remember if it was an NPC or a character, was that, or maybe it was just the screen art was one of those praying mantis guys. No, I think it was one of your NPC like allies you could recruit. But that was, God, it's a 30-year-old game. And I would love to find it now and be able to play it. It was fantastic. Like it captured everything you wanted to be able to do. You could wake your character up in the middle of the night after they had gone to sleep. You could wake your character up in the middle of the night, attempt to unlock the gate that of your cell, go into any other room, trying to unlock the gates. You could do stupid things like just try and go pickpocket one of the other gladiators who was asleep. You could do just everything imaginable in that game. Completely sandbox, but still had a direction to it. 30 years ago. I mean, it was great. And it was top-down graphics like this, except it wasn't tokens. You had pretty good character animations on them. Oh, it was fantastic. My friend probably paid $14 for it at the comic book store.
It looked like this.
Torment?
Probably wasn't Torment. Torment was
No.
3/4 isometric.
Yeah, I'm just looking because
No,
It's probably one of those like abandonware games.
yeah,
nowadays.
Copeland gave me a challenge, so
man, if you find it, I'll kiss your butt. If I can get
please do
Please
not.
don't.
man, I'll send it in the mail.
That's even worse.
That's premeditated.
I don't remember what it was called. I have no, and it probably wasn't even licensed. And
No, there's a
I
lot
know-
of licensed games.
Well, it was a pretty sure it was. We were still in the age of. I think we had moved past the 5.5-inch floppy disks. I think we were down to like the 3. What were those 3.5-inch hard disks?
Yeah, the hard ones.
Yeah, I think we were at that stage because it was probably
Ones that
90.
will ever be immortalized with the save icon. No
Right.
why in the
Mhm.
future.
It was probably that's a good point. It was probably 1990, 91, 92.
Dark Sun series. Probably it.
it's technically
No.
2 games: Shattered Lands and Wake the Ravager.
Um,
All right, I'm back.
Mm.
Come back.
Yeah, here we go. Dark Sun, Shattered Lands. Your party begins as slaves in Dajjal,
Yeah,
destined
this
to die as
looks-
gladiators in the arena.
yeah, just looking at this
Mhm.
top down and this. All right. You had that?
Yep. $10 on Steam for you, Cope.
Dude. Well, butt kiss is in the mail.
All right. How can I bullshit this?
I'm sure it will involve a 5-foot step at the very least.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll just start with that. I can just get out of this room for starters, but then I'll leave Kier on his own.
Oh, I've got a greater invisibility ready to
Hmm.
kind of make my own 5 foot, so I only get 1 attack of opportunity on me, but
That's a good point. Hold on 1 second. Let me calculate this out.
My God, this is totally it.
Mhm.
We only made it out of the gladiatorial ring one time. And by then it had been like 3 years, so we never played again.
Hey, Kenneth, what's the roll for landing in the wrong space with a splash weapon?
let's see. Generally 1d8 with 1 pointing directly at you and clockwise around.
Gotcha.
I think by default it's how many range increments is how many squares, but
Right, because this ability, Shadow Step, I'm using, it says I appear 1 square off from where I intended to come out, as per splash weapon scattering. So, boop, 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 beep. And then 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm actually there. And that was 55 feet, so 270 minus 55. Oh no, it'd just be 60 because I have to spend it. Oh no, I don't.
How do you scoot past all the people in the way?
I teleported.
Okay, gotcha. Just making sure I didn't hear that.
Yep. It's an ability from Shadow Wizards called Shadow Step, where I step as a standard action. I step into
Gotcha.
the shadow plane and then I reappear in another location. So you know how they did that fancy slide out of the shadow thing? Well, he popped up out of the ground, stabbed me, and then I took a step back, and just the darkness enveloped me, and I pop out over here. That is my standard action, though.
Yeah, I remembered it exactly right. 1d8 with one being pointed at you, and then range increments squares off.
All right.
And then I'll just
Okay.
move to cover there. No, I 5-foot stepped. I can't move. Never mind. I forgot. There we go. All right. My turn. Done.
All right. First, Red Mantis is going to shift his focus to the weaker foe. Unfortunately, their AC is too high for him. All right. Then the ones... Oh. All right. Then we're going to have one run up in this way and stab this fella over here. And miss both of his swings as well. And then 2 crossing attacks against Kier. Actually, yeah, Demon, let's do 2 crossing attacks against Kier. 1, 2.
Well, I'm flanked either way, so flat-footed still is AC. Plus stuff enacted, so I think all of those except the 12 will hit.
They're getting into the red meat. But that is all of the Red Mantis assassins. So Kier.
Well, 5-foot step over here, and then down a bottle of greater invisibility, which I think gives the dude a AOO on me, but now I'm not flanked, so got my full AC. Still a good chance for him to hit me, though.
Yep. Swings with a sawtooth saber.
Just the first one.
If
16, yeah.
If that's your extract, does that provoke?
Honestly, casting spells provokes, drinking a potion provokes, and this is casting a spell by drinking a potion. So
yeah, safe to assume.
Yeah, you're invisible. Seems both of the magic little fuckers have disappeared away.
The Shwanti are going to be really mad for about 10 seconds until we start throwing bombs and spells and helping them out.
I think they're generally just mad all the time anyway.
Yeah. Because, I mean, from a hot second, it looks like we just adios to the minute the assassins arrive.
Yeah, I hear they're alcoholics
they're
too.
Swinging away. They haven't even noticed you guys. They're probably illegal immigrants and
what?
Need to what?
Anyway, it would be the Swanti's turn.
All right. So, Projun is going to take an attack of opportunity to help back up his boy over here. You don't take exactly that route because that would provoke an attack, but you can see the route he would take. So that's going to start with a Red Mantis Assassin attack, Sawtooth Saber. 22 will hit for 11.
That is actual minimal damage, so wow. At least we've got these 3 full random mooks that probably take a hit a lot better than us.
He'll hit with the Earthbreaker Hammer, but only one time for 13. All right, then the other Sklarquaw is going to go. He's going to attack the same one that Krojun just attacked with his spear. It is not going to hit. And then the other 2 are going to attack the same one with the spear. And they all miss. Theobard.
Here. All right. This is the day, guys. This is the day that Phantasmal Killer is going to kill this dude right over there.
I believe
Go
in you.
for it.
All right, so Phantasmal Killer. It's normally DC 23, but it's now going to be DC 26 for the first will save. Okay. Now, DC 31 for the Fortitude save. Yes! He's dead!
Congratulations.
It actually worked for once.
I like to think that you saying that as Theobard saying it almost out loud.
Well, I
Go ahead and
imagine
describe
so.
it for me since you're so excited.
Well, because we don't actually see whatever his greatest fear is that kills him. So from his perspective, from everyone's perspective, he's just like fighting as normal, like, double sawtooth sabers, like a badass. And then all of a sudden, mid-swing, he stops, and his entire body goes rigid for a moment, and his arms are shaking as he's apparently seeing something no one else does. And it's like he then has a full body convulsion as all of his muscles contract to the point where you start hearing a soft creaking sounds as his muscles are crushing his own bones, as just the most blood-curdling, inhuman scream of terror rips out of his lips before he just goes limp like a puppet with his strings cut and collapses to the ground. And when those 2 Shawanti look around, they just see Theobard in the darkness pointing his finger at that guy, and then he looks at them and goes, "Well, into the room for the rest of them, idiots."
Love it.
All right, back to the Red Mantis.
Oh yeah, I will pitter patter up here.
Let me see something real quick.
They see invisibility. I feel so bad for Kier.
That's kind of what I'm checking.
I figured.
Yeah, Kier. So, unfortunately, he gives his mask there a little tap, and the insides of the eyes glow a bit red, and you get attacked once again.
The loud yet distinctive Splinter said, "I'm turning on the thermal vision."
Magical thermal vision, but he swings and fucking
misses a lot.
Yeah.
And these other two are fighting other people, so.
That was always my favorite joke from the Splinter Cell games, is that it was a good sound effect whenever you turn on your night vision goggles. It was so distinctive. You have to imagine the guards, when they keep hearing you take it on and off, being like, the hell was that?
Right.
No, every time they hear it, they're like, shit, Kenneth's gonna die.
All right, they focus fire this fella here. He'll take a little bit of damage. A lot of bit of damage, actually.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's bloodied, that Shoanti. As they cut him up real bad. The other Shoanti is dead, so we're back to Kier. The one in front of you seems like he really wants some blood.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a 5 foot back and toss a lot of bombs at him. First one's gonna be Tanglefoot.
I mean, at this
19.
level in Pathfinder, shouldn't they be attacking multiple times with?
Unless they're
Well,
low enough.
they're like rogues, I'm pretty sure. So
Mhm.
they have less attacks than like fighters.
Less bab? Okay.
Just make sure. I guess I'll make them both Tanglefoot.
Yeah,
So 19, 26 to hit flat or touch.
Yeah, Dutch.
The 26 will definitely hit.
Okay, so he's got a reflex 20 or glued to the floor for 5 rounds.
All right.
You know, assuming 43 damage doesn't or no, 43, that's a splash. 32 fire damage doesn't outright kill him.
Glued
But
to
who
the floor.
knows? Yay. Of course, it's only a strength 17 or dealing slashing damage to it to get out of it.
All right. He's glued and on fire.
That's more heat damage than on fire, but yeah.
That's even worse. Is the heat death of the universe going on here?
But yeah, it's a 5
death
foot
of the-
a fall.
Heat death of the fucking Pathfinder verse, man. You're all about to fucking die, man.
Dude, I'm fucking chasing stars in the void right now, just listening to the spirits.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But that's a 5 foot no fall. So, Schwanty time.
We Shawantied them up, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're gonna run in, but they can't actually. Actually, they can. This guy can go here, and this guy can go here, so they'll both be in range of that mantis. So everyone is gonna focus fire on bottom mantis. Just try to overwhelm him.
That is unfortunate nickname. As he will hopefully be spanked.
My nickname! How did they know?
All right, this is one full attack,
Let's hope they thoroughly spank him.
of which one attack will hit,
I'm
and then
pretty sure they'll wipe the floor with him.
Pretty
Okay,
sure they're
so
gonna
only-
thrust right into him.
Oh.
only one of those attacks actually hits.
Hmm.
Actually, 21, 20. Yeah, that hits.
Plus flanking?
Yeah.
No pun
just because-
intended.
Okay, and then Crojan. Well, he fucks him up.
I like how the
Oh,
damage difference
the-
is extra. Oh, it's a crit. Okay, add 40 more points of damage.
Fucks them up the.
All right. So that's
Nine
Wait,
is
what the
double 1 on
hell?
2d6 for damage. So
And it's a 3 or 4 times?
3 times, looks like.
Yep, I want a
-6.
Earthbreaker.
-5. Okay, that Mantis is barely on his feet. Theobard.
Would you say he's praying?
I would say he's quivering.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Does it look like that this guy over here has received any damage yet?
No.
Okay. Then I shall target him with Bayfill's Shadow Transformation. So he will need to first give a will save DC 25. All right, so his shadow transforms into that of an armadillo, and he now has the mind of an armadillo. Follow-up fortitude save against DC 25. He has transformed into an armadillo.
What the fuck just happened?
You're born out
he'll
here
get-
mind taking.
He'll get another save in 24 hours. All right, well, 2 more. That's my turn.
Nice.
Subject fails its will save. It believes that it is the chosen creature, causing it to lose its extraordinary supernatural spell-like abilities. It loses its ability to cast spells. Can the alignment special attacks source in its new form?
Okay.
I was going to turn it into a blobfish, but then I would have gotten a +4 saving throw bonus, and I wasn't going to take that
Right.
chance.
Because that wouldn't be correct for this environment. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yep.
Where do you find these spells, Gaba?
Just the illusion section of the wizard spell list. Everyone gets obsessed with like fly and invisibility sphere, and then I just go to illusion, and you're like, "Hey, you want to kill someone in one spell?"
First things first, he gets out of that entanglement that Kier put him in. Is that a standard action or a full action, Kier?
Doesn't say. He's still entangled, but he's not glued to the floor. I mean, that kind of thing usually takes their action for the turn, at the very least.
Yeah, we'll call it an action. That feels right. Other 2, or other 1 Red Mantis now. He's just gonna let loose hit attack on the same one that he's been attacking. Hit and a hit. All right. As you guys are fighting and the battle continues, you feel another shake come from the rest of the building.
Mm-hmm. Oh. That's unfortunate. I'll take another 5 foot and continue my assault on this dude. He's still entangled, so let's make this first one a confusion bomb. And then the second, just, I guess, a frost. I'll click that if it needs the description, but 24 and 16. 16 probably misses, so 8, 3, 2, 3. So Still hits him with splash. Actually, hits both of them with splash. I intended to do that.
Because you're a genius.
Second one will actually be frost damage or cold.
All right. You do hit the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Don't shoot me. Don't tase me, bro.
Let's see. So first one hit the dude, so he's got the confusion for 1 round, I think. That's the note showing up, but not the description.
All right.
I got the description too.
When your bomb hits the globe, one of the 3 rods falls out of place, and the whole thing comes crashing to the ground in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, all of your companions also emerged from the globe.
Yeah, all we had to do was break it. Huh?
Everyone who's popping out, give me just, I don't know how many hours we want to call it. Let's just say give me a D10 and we'll say that's how much of your intelligence you're missing. 9 from Sophia.
2 from Vic.
2 from Vic. Sophia. Vic. Eric.
It's pretty easy on your on these player sheets. You put in the temp and you put a minus whatever your number is. So like I hit my -2.
Yep, that's what I did.
And you guys can roll initiative because you are conscious, just slightly disturbed by the cosmic horrors you've witnessed.
I forgot to put that on the score chart. Can you add me a slate on the initiative?
And as the mechanism hits the ground, you hear it reverberate throughout the entire building as another one of those rumbles crashes through the structure.
Yep. So
I think I should be under Kier.
Yeah, let me rearrange it. And then we were at Kier.
Why the hell won't my name? It doesn't matter. I was a 13, but keep showing a 0.
So it
Thank
should be 16 to him and then 11 to both of them.
Okay.
Unless they've got immunities. But
All right, one dies. The other is left alive. Eric.
Does anything look like an immediate threat right now? Because he is acting on animal instinct with his.
You
3
certainly
intelligence.
recognize the Red Mantis assassins who've tried to
Okay.
assassinate you already on at least one occasion.
Then. Let's see. What type of armor do they have? Or
Red Mantis armor.
is that leather? Is that metal?
It looks like it's made out of metal of some kind.
I think I'll instead focus on one of the weapons and use heat metal.
Can you cast when you're at animal intelligence?
Fortunately, my spell casting is wisdom based.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on what stat it's based on.
You raise your hands to cast, and you notice the Thrall Keeper's mark.
On my hand or wrist or?
On your hand. Same as it is in the picture I sent.
He just kind of tilt his head at it, but not really understand. And then I think he would reflexively go over and just get next to Sophia.
All right. Doing anything else?
Nope, that'd be my turn.
Vic.
Did he pass his save on heat metal? Or did he drop his weapon? Wait, let me see how it goes.
It's a will save? It's a will save, yes?
Hold on a second. Let me see what it... yeah, will save. Okay. Hold on a second. Trying to see how much damage it does. Or does it do damage? It should. Let me look up the actual spell rather than read that.
It takes a couple rounds to kick in, but then it does like D6s.
Okay, yeah, it's just warm right now, but next round I'll start heating up.
All right. Vic.
Okay, he walks over here. Power attack. He is now flanking. He has outflank as well, so he gets a +4 to hit. He's flanking, so he will get sneak attack, and he is bludgeoning with he's going to do non-lethal attack, which doesn't hurt him because of his feet. So attack roll. God damn it.
You still have a reroll. We're in the last 40 minutes of the session.
He's gonna use that because Gombo, a creature from beyond, speaks to him and tells him that he should do this. All right, so just the first of this reroll. A 20, a 3. And that is factoring in all of my buffs and the outflank. So I don't know if a 20 hits this guy. I don't think it does. I think a 24.
20 does not, but a 24 does.
But that's not his attack. He doesn't have that one because he walked over, so he didn't have
Okay.
a full attack.
Okay, so you don't hit.
Yep. So move, standard attack, and then he will use a swift action to study that target.
All right. I'm going to start moving people down as they get into position to attack.
With that, oh, these are our allies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. They just all look the same to me. Come on, nobody.
Miss and hit for 10. And then Krojun will hit with his Earthbreaker for 16. Sophia.
Are you muted, Richard?
Also, they're not monsters.
Yeah, but Charm Monster, I'm pretty sure uses it as anyone, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
Isn't that what Charm Person is for?
Charm
Yeah.
person is humanoid, specifically charm monsters, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they get a +5 to their save. But
We're gonna get to
figure
those
worth
separate
a shot.
spells.
No, it's that way with hold.
Mhm.
it doesn't say you can't do it on anything. It just says creature. So
Mhm.
even with the 5, so yeah, their charm charges you as a trusted friend and ally.
Richard, could you lean closer to the mic? I didn't catch a word of what you said after they're charmed.
They're just charmed and treat me as a trusted friend and ally.
Mhm.
And I just call them like, please, me no want hurt you. Put down weapon. And that's all I got because Sophia's dumb.
What is your intelligence at?
5 right now.
Hey, more than me.
All right. Theobard.
Summoner is summoner charisma?
Yes.
Okay.
So she can
Summoner
cast
is
it.
charisma. I made sure to check.
So I come down the stairs, walk up next to Kier. Does it look like the Red Mantis guy is de-escalating?
You can't really tell at the moment.
Does
Cool.
Theobard care?
Going on pure instinct here. I've got a wand in hand. I walk in. I say, Kier, the building's shaking. I think something might be trying to break in. Oh, hey, the other idiots are back. That's good. And I just flick my wand of magic missile, and it shoots out 5 magic missiles. 4 of them are going to hit the Red Mantis assassin, and one of them just curlicue peels off and explodes the armadillo.
You know, Akira's like, I just learned this spell. Can everyone see invisible?
So 14 damage to the Red Mantis assassin. I forgot you were in greater invisibility. All right.
Yeah, but it's
I just-
funnier this way.
I imagine I'm saying it as I'm just shouting as I'm running it down the hallway into the room then. But that's my turn.
I like to think that Theobard just doesn't look at, because he doesn't want to look down at Kier. So he's just speaks to Kier, doesn't really know where he's at any given time.
He's going to 5-foot step and disappear.
Ah, damn it. I should have trapped him in a resilient sphere.
Well, he is my friend for 11 days, so at least he's not going to kill me.
How comforting.
And we are blocking the other way out. So
Is that
Most likely
a
teleportation
spell
thing.
casting that we could counterspell?
There's no counterspell like in 5th edition here. I would
You
need
have
to
to
prepare.
prepare a counterspell on this.
Yeah, it's very stupid. Anyway,
it's limiting for a reason. But
yeah.
I guess the real question is, does anyone have
I would immediately cast See Invisibility if that's an option.
Are you smart enough to be able to do that right now?
is wisdom?
Yeah, dude, I got a 10 intelligence, bitch.
All right, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
And I cast off of wisdom.
All right.
I cast off of wisdom.
So, as a note, he would, if he still has the sword in hand, he would still be taking damage from it.
I gotcha.
Okay, just want to make sure. But go ahead.
Do I see him?
He's back.
All right, I immediately can I cast
back.
invisibility?
Oh, so then we're
So
just
I forgot I had this, and I probably would have done this instead. Michael, this can be up to you if you let me retcon this. I would have cast this spell, Invisibility Purge, which allows
You know what?
everyone-
Let's make it fun. Roll against your intelligence and try to roll under it. Old school.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yes, I love this.
I approve.
What, was I smart enough to remember? All right, so I'm rolling a
I like
1d20.
that roll.
Yep.
My intelligence right now is a 10.
Yep. So 50,
So if I
50 shot.
score 10 or lower,
Mhm.
I remembered that I know this spell. Correct?
Yes.
Nope. I see. I can see him, guys. He's right there. Because I cast see invisibility, so he would have another action before I could do purge. I don't know if he can get away.
Yeah.
You can move up.
I mean, I don't think you guys get attacks of opportunity, so.
Nope.
His next turn.
But he's got to move through hostile forces, which
He's got
imagine.
acrobatics.
Yeah, he's got to, and that that'll slow him down some. At least I can watch him go. And I'm pointing the whole time, like, guys, can't you see him? I just purged his invisibility. Can't y'all see him?
Does he take a round of fire damage? Has it been around at this point?
Yeah, it would have been around.
All right, so he'll take 2 points of damage if he keeps the weapon.
Yeah, I forget how much of an upgrade that got in 5th. It's one of the few spells that really did.
Which spell?
Heat metal, since
Oh.
its duration is concentration, and I don't think it takes a couple rounds to kick in.
Nope, it's automatic. It's just straight to maximum power.
And I think it even imposes a disadvantage.
Acrobatics.
I don't like the 5e haste. I like the Pathfinder haste.
Oh yeah, 5e haste. You might as well not even bother with the spell.
Yeah,
Mm.
it sucks.
It would be fine, I think, if it didn't factor in the fact that if you use it, you're stunned if you lose concentration on it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'd be
it's-
open to
yeah, it's
having
only
a house
one
rule
person.
where we.
Yeah,
I
we can decide on that.
I created a magic item that you would get just 10 rounds of haste with still the fatigue penalty and stunned when you come out of it. But it's just magical cocaine.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 33 does beat Theobard's.
Yeah, I'm not
combat
even
maneuver
gonna
defense.
need to check. I'm not that character.
Doesn't it? Isn't that rough terrain when you go through a character?
Yeah, but they're an assassin. They're probably fast.
Yeah,
as
but if
shit.
he's double moving, as someone who
Okay.
played a character like that in this same campaign, you can get a lot of bullshit done.
Mhm.
You
He turns the corner and Vic loses sight of him.
He's going right through there. What? He just jumped over your head. He jumped over your head too.
He did a backflip
Why?
when he did it too. It looks sick as fuck.
He did a backflip backwards.
And then you think to
over
yourself,
your head.
he did that backflip and he thought no one was watching.
I know.
Oh wait, he did.
I know a lot of folks here are not sports fans, but did y'all see the football player who did the split over the guy's head backwards?
No.
Did y'all see that? Oh my God. Y'all have to see this. This is insane.
Yeah, not that I really want to drag the encounter out. Shouldn't he be entangled
Alright.
for a couple more rounds and only be able to move at half speed? I think he'd still be able to get out of range, but the assassin.
It's possible. I took off the marker off which one of these guys. I think it was him, but once he's out of sight,
At half speed with double move, that'd put him on Theobald.
Vic, he's
And do you want me to roll a few more rounds of damage, or?
he also has expeditious retreat,
Okay.
which gives them 30 more feet of movement.
Well, if you want him to get away, he can get away, but Vic's about to have his turn where Vic can expunge his invisibility with invisibility purge, so I'm good with him magically getting away or
Mhm.
or not.
Literally, magically, he has the spell Expeditious Retreat, which gives him 30 more feet, which gets him out of the range of Vic.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
also have expeditious retreat.
Yeah, if combat's over, once
But
we're
I'm not-
sure we're safe.
I would say Vic, after the shit he just went through for 36 hours, is not in the mood to chase down one motherfucker who is running away. Excuse my language.
That would be the next several rounds of damage if you want to. I mean, if it makes any sort of difference, or if he just drops a weapon, perhaps.
Didn't you heat metal his armor?
No, I did his weapon.
Ah,
He had enough HP that he could keep taking that fire damage for quite a while.
I like the idea of one moves. Go tell our story.
It's not very professional assassin to let your murder weapon get captured in the deal, but I guess a ton of these guys died anyways.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking one of their helmets to try and see if it's the helmet, the eye sockets, or what that lets them see invisible.
Oh yeah, we need to take these sawtooth blades and this armor. This armor is fancy as fuck.
You're just going to start aping the army of a famous group of assassins.
Of the god of assassins.
You're gonna
just paint it blue. It will be fine.
We're the Blue Mantis.
Yeah,
we're the Blue
Man group.
We're the Blue Grasshoppers.
I don't want to keep any of this. I'm going to sell it. This stuff has to be worth
God help that poor merchant.
There's 9 people here.
Look, I have some connections, or I used to.
At least the 5 of us need to be healed somewhat. How many of the Shuanti took damage?
They're all in pretty good shape. Krojan took maybe 20, 30 points of damage, but he's quite beefy. One of the Shoanti got the majority of the punishment, and he's quite low.
I was gonna say I can just be like, you look hooked. Summon the angel that heals him to full. Oh! Yeah, they just see this little girl just summon, like, literally what looks like an angel, puts their hand on the shoulder, heals them to full, and just vanishes.
Here puts the medical kit back away.
That's a powerful spirit for one so small. Who taught you to do that?
Me taught self? My thinking head hurt.
Someone stomp that armadillo to death. Kier, I think we need to get out of here as swiftly as possible, wherever you are.
Krojan kicks a piece of this magic item that's broken onto the floor, and he says, well, I see that our aspirants here will be the last to get the mark of the Thrall Keepers. I wouldn't even begin to know how to fix this kind of type of thing.
Does anyone else have the mark on them?
Everyone who went in has the mark. Everyone who didn't does not.
Sweet. Sophia got tatted up.
Yep, you're tatted up. All on the same hand. Same location. Exactly on everyone.
Joy your slave brand.
I'm taking it back.
Michael, quick, just want to clarify what would have happened to my animal companion, because I wouldn't have. Merrick's thinking was he doesn't know what was going on in that globe, but he didn't really think having his animal companion would have been valuable there, so he would have left it there in eagle form. Is that cool? Or would he?
Yeah, if you left it there in eagle form, then it's still just there waiting for you.
Okay, because right now the animal companion's smarter than me.
If you inquire with the burn riders here, they'll tell you that they left their horses in a cave somewhere in the distance before you get to these storms to ensure their protection.
Well, I could whip up 3 things of lesser resto, which is 1d4 of ability damage. And we've got 3 people with ability damage, so that'll just take like 3 minutes.
How much healing?
Depending on how swiftly you want to get out of here.
Yeah. How much healing did the angel thing do?
Let me bring it back up real quick.
Yeah.
Because it can do a lot of stuff. So I was just like saying that we can do that without having to use our resources for healing,
Yeah.
but it might actually have something else.
Just because I'm at 50% HP, so
Yeah.
if there is more danger after this, I would like those hit points.
Yeah, it has Cure Serious Wounds, but I can summon up to 3 of them. Let me see how many got summoned.
And I
Only
guess how
one.
many times it can do it.
And it can
Hey,
do
Michael.
it 2 times a day. So we can say the second one was going to our wizard that got quite beat up. And I can also summon. I can do this multiple times, by the way.
Mhm.
So here, let me see how many I can summon each time. Because
Well, I could
I
toss
can
out
do this
some.
up to 11 times today. Okay, so after 3 uses of it, I'm pretty sure it would bring up Theobard and Cure to full.
All right.
Because Cure Serious
Let's-
6 times should be fine.
Hey,
If
Michael.
not, I can always spend another use of it.
Serious.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Jumping back
3d8
to
plus, like 11 or something.
the guy who eats everything and has said now, well, it looks like none of us can get the marks. Can I do a diplomacy? Now,
3d8
having
is what I've got.
beaten him in the wrestling match and gotten the mark, could Vic say something polite along the lines of, having been through it, I don't know if there's anything we can ever do to restore this temple. I would like that we continue to work together, and maybe in the future, after we've both gone through to finality against, what's his name? Kalima.
Kazavan.
Kalima.
Kazavan.
Kazevan.
Kalima. At some point after that, perhaps as allies, we can come back and do our best to restore what we can to the sacred temple.
Mhm. So that leaves 1 heal left over for the Shwanti that's damaged, and I'll mix him up a Cure Serious of my own.
Eric's just keeping an ear out, just trying to, see if there's any more rumbling.
Yeah. And we can spare 5 minutes. So 1d4, I guess, int damage restored for the 3 who went in, and 28 healing for the Shwanti who got the brunt of it. And Michael's muted if he's been interjecting on any of this.
No, I've been mostly silent while you guys talk.
I think I'll go ahead and just buff myself because feeling uneasy right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guess
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're taking those minutes, Sophia would summon out Luca just because she's smart enough to remember dad equals protection.
Mm-hmm.
And as y'all are healing everyone up, and given the comment that Michael's guy who eats everything made that no one's going to get to do this quest anymore, I don't know if I can roll a diplomacy, but basically Vic would say what I had just said, in the fact that he's trying to form a little bit more friendship with this guy, having been through what they've been through now. And maybe warriors respect warriors kind of shit. And with the goal of keeping him as a helpful, angry warrior through the rest of what they're going through.
I'll say this is not a sacred place for the Shoanti. Just a place to test one's challenge. The loss of it may be for the best in the long run to forget everything that transpired here.
Yeah.
That is
This is recuperating, I guess. Once I'm done mixing and distributing everything, I'll check out the was holding it up because it got dislodged. And
Then he says, "But make no mistake, it's not lost on me who destroyed this relic. It was an outsider. Coming to a challenge that many of the natives had done before. To which point he'll start gathering his men to leave."
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I do I think it's a bluff check as a double speak to fast talk somebody?
Hmm.
To basically talk them out of their position of, you just said y'all didn't really need it, but you're not angry that it's gone, so why would you really be mad that it was somebody else who did it? But you were here to prove your worth, and we proved our worth as well. Combine that all into a double speak on the bluff check. I know in Pathfinder, double speak is a thing on bluff, but I don't know
bluff
how
is
it
for
stacks.
innuendo,
Is it
which
bluff
is where
or is it diplomacy for double speak?
you're trying to persuade someone earnestly, so that would still be diplomacy.
No,
Double speak.
there's one called double speak.
It's not bluff because I read the full bluff page when I was playing Manfred. So innuendo was a
I'll
big
look it
thing.
up. I'll look it up real quick. Or like fast talking.
Mhm.
What are those called? Traits or those abilities?
All right, so as Krojan walks away, Vic is like, "Well, if you really think about it, we didn't really, I'm a dwarf, I'm not Chelish, so I'm not really implicated in any of it."
Yeah, he'll try a bunch of his stuff, and you were here to try. You said, but if it didn't work, it didn't work.
That's
Or if
that
you
it
wanna give me
attacked
a
him
roll.
as much as us. But
Yeah,
I'm just examining the runes of this thing, see if there's anything that could be scavenged of value.
mm-hmm.
Listen, if I can get a rod that I wrap in a cloth and I tap it on people's forehead to send them to the shadow dimension or whatever, the shadow realm of Cthulhu, that's a great weapon for me.
At least from what you can see, it seems to be relatively inert, other than being a globe of the planet as it was.
Yeah, what about when it propped up on something? So we dislodged that.
Yeah, 3 metal rods.
Yeah. Anything special about those rods, or just one thing? Metal rods.
3 floating metal rods. That seems like it might be a thing.
Yeah.
Fast talk was what I was thinking of.
I'll also examine the 3 floating metal rods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they seem to have served some sort of purpose when the magic item was in operation, though now they also seem inert.
Nothing for it then. Perhaps with in-depth study there could be something, but we don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, well, if that's everything, we can do the long-term care stuff outside.
Yep.
All
I
right.
don't know what the rumbling is. Do we want to walk, or should I just get us out?
Might be the best to just get us out. We've got what we came for, and Is he gone?
I assume the warriors are filing out.
They haven't left yet, but they're getting ready to bounce.
Yeah, then I will save calling him shits where he eats till we're out of earshot.
All right. How about the three of you that came out of the globe? How are you doing? Sophia seems more articulate than normal.
Merrick would just shake his head and basically just indicate not good shape now.
Mm.
Yeah, drink this. Hand you the lesser restro.
All right.
It was int damage, right?
Yeah. All right.
Everyone had to touch the magic globe.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 6 intelligence.
Yes.
I was worried about him.
You have me beat by 1.
Didn't you get some interest healed?
Yeah. You just got 4 healed.
I got 4
Richard.
healed. Okay.
So you're at 9.
Okay. Feels slightly better.
Mm-hmm. Merrick has regained the ability to speak.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm waiting to hear your method of exit.
Sorry, I was muted this whole time. If y'all did a second heal on Vic for that +4, he had already been cured with whatever the first roll was. He only had 2 damage. Or is that the initial roll, Kier?
That's the roll for my lesser restros. I don't recall anything else unless you rolled your own D4.
Nope, I
missed.
It felt like it was 10 minutes ago that you had talked about that. Now I know if you had done another one. Because those other guys are fucked the shit up. But Vic only had 2 damage. But those guys are fucking trying to poke each other.
Not gonna lie,
it
is interesting trying to get into the mindset and role play somebody that has like very prime baseline intelligence. Like,
you remember Laukov, the Red Orc 6 intelligence I played? My heart goes to that character.
Only spoke rock.
Only spoke rock. Every time we got on a sky ship, I would spit over the railing and wait for it to hit the bottom.
That's all I remember from him is he'd spit over the bottom and watch.
Was that before my time?
It might have been.
That might
Sunday
be
game, I
the
think.
era where you were out, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it was good when you were going through.
I know we had Pitwolf for a minute there because he played Ezio in that.
Yeah. Okay. Man, sorry, I missed that one.
So Gumbo made basically like the Super Hulk character. It was a whole bunch of.
I stacked a bunch of strength buffs in a really stupid. But the only side effect was that my character was the stupidest thing you could possibly be. And Kenneth said I only allowed it because he was cast the DM. He said I only allowed it because you were playing the sheer level of stupidity so honestly. I thought
was he 6 intelligence?
He was like the hunter with the hunter buff, barbarian with the barbarian buff.
So you have the +4. But like
it was a dip into like everything that would buff it, and he played it fantastic.
Yeah,
I literally never used any strategy. It was always straight on to hit the biggest thing. If there was attacks of opportunity to get to the biggest thing, I was taking them.
Yeah.
But I did suplex an owlbear, and I did prepare action a grapple when a pterodactyl swooped down to me, and I grabbed its wings and I just battered it into the ground.
Nice.
The other good one was Random Encounter with a giant centipede and the lightning storm.
What happened there?
It was just a random encounter.
Yeah, it was just heavy metal as fuck. I was a blood red orc, swollen up with muscles, fighting a giant centipede in a lightning storm.
All right,
I remember the suplexing the owlbear, and I constantly remember you getting on the sky ships and
Michael's
spitting
trying to
over
get us
the
back
side.
on track so we can get out of this.
Sorry, Michael.
What is your
I-
method of exit?
I think Theobald was going to teleport us.
Yeah, people are up for that. I've only got the one teleport, so if there's something bad up there, then we're fucked. Is that
Next
Well,
question is, where were you teleporting us to?
probably just on the edge of the Thunder Zone where we had camped the previous night before coming across?
All right.
Hmm.
I can, at this level, I can teleport 5 of us. So long as the pets are shrunk down and Luca is not summoned. Otherwise,
So you teleport out of there.
I see
Mhm.
7 of us. 8.
I'm not taking the Warriors.
Yeah, they left after calling us
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be right
fuck
back.
those
My
guys.
stomach's bubbling.
Yeah.
Done with those guys.
Hmm.
I'm next time I meet him, I'm gonna call him bitch because I fucking beat him in the whatever that wrestling game was, and I've tried to be nice, but if he's gonna keep being the dick, then fuck him.
Mhm.
Like we didn't destroy a sacred relic of his people.
I don't
Well,
know
sacred
what you're
relic
talking
of
about.
the people that
He was an
oppressed his
asshole
people in
before
ancient
we
history.
destroyed it.
Fair.
Yes, I am teleporting the 5 of us outside, just outside the Thunder Zone. There's probably going to be a little bit of like slightly off target, but it's a space I've physically been to before, so it's still going to be pretty accurate.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it's bad that it's destroyed. I'm just saying I can understand him being pissed for, the
Yeah, but
circumstance.
he was pissed before we destroyed it.
Yeah.
He was an asshole as soon as we met him in here.
Yeah.
So I'm done
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, no fair. I mean, at this point, we just verified everything in his mind. So okay.
Mhm. Yep. And
You
I
didn't
get
even
it from
comment on
his
the fact that
standpoint.
I mean, there was 4 of those assassins, and I killed 2 of them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mhm.
within 6 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
They were struggling to kill one.
In fact,
Stand
he should
back,
be
'cause these
happy
fingers
none
are
of his
loaded.
guys are dead.
I gotta say, given the just imagining the fight, visualizing it, Theobald would have to be the most terrifying person in this sort of just disappear in the shadow and you're dead.
Oh yeah, he
Disappear in the
just
shadow.
manipulates
Yeah,
reality.
he
all
just
around you.
that ominous figure that just barely is perceptible through the shadows and just you're done.
Yep.
Well, you guys are leaving the Throw Keepers. There's a lot of ways that
Yeah.
dungeon could have gone. But you guys didn't really see the main pop of it.
Main
which
event.
was,
Well, wait, we may
Yeah.
come back.
no, you won't.
But we got the marks we need.
Yeah, the thing that gives you the marks is destroyed now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. I'm glad we touched the globe.
And hey, we got some of the hidden loot. We didn't bypass all the items this time.
Yeah.
but most importantly, the creature that the Thrall Keepers summoned all those years ago is actually still summoned, still at the Acropolis. It's just a matter of how big their portal was. You see that those 2 pools of inky black water, those were not water, but rather the side of a gargantuan, Cthulhu-esque, Lovecraftian space creature that is essentially suctioned to the side of this portal with tentacles that had chances of popping up and attacking you if you disturbed it enough. But you guys did most of the fighting in the lower level where they didn't show up.
Okay, bye.
Because of the particular way you guys went about this dungeon. It could have happened where you guys go on ahead and then Crojan and the natives end up fighting the Red Mantis behind you and you guys go and intercept them there. But you guys blocked off a door, and so they walked up ahead, got caught in a trap, and just never ended up you guys being in that room all that long.
So what you're saying is it's not that we bypassed content, it's that we did this dungeon absolutely perfectly.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Other than
we-
four people going in at once to the globe thing.
I mean, I do like how you effectively prevent them from coming after us, and then also by doing so had them trigger a trap for us.
Yeah. And then I killed the most assassins.
Yeah.
Oh man, all this back pain. I'm going to be needing to use this staff unironically before too long.
Now you know why wizards have a hunch.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Well, it's 10. I think that's a good place to call it.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go get a drink.